get along somehow. Maybe. Who knows?
Oh, it's time.
Seen servant, theft, bind. What the fuck is up?
It's time, boys.
It's time, boys. Welcome to 12 a.m., boys.
We are still waiting on Severine.
Send. There's an echo.
Jesus.
You still got it, man? Jesus, I thought it was gone.
I've tried everything.
Aw, bud.
Not sacrificing your soul to the eldritch beings.
I've tried everything but that. Okay. So,
Did you look up on how to get rid of hiccups, man?
Yes, I tried everything.
Man, you need me to come pat you on the back? Shit.
No, it's okay. So who wants to summarize last week?
I already did earlier.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it.
All right, this will take about 30 seconds this time because honestly, fuck shit. So we went on a quest for the rich dude who asked us to get this staff because some lady was gonna do something evil with it. And then we came to a cave. We made friends with the hobgoblin, and then we tied up a hobgoblin who we made friends with, and I felt really bad because he gave me a worm. And then found 11,000 copper coins, which was fucking weird. And then fought some more hobgoblins, found Sev acted out the damsel in distress, of which none of us thought she would ever do that, which was actually surprising. And then we got the jump on these weird people. I think there was a drow with them. Were they all drow, or was it just half elf drow? It was I'm just gonna say they were all drow. And then I also secretly stole a ring from Sev, and then I tried to put it back, and then shit happened. Also, I lost some hit points that have not come back to me, and I'm very scared about that. Anyway, and then we beat this weird armored dude, and then after we beat him, Sev found the scepter, or Adela found the scepter, and then Sev attuned to it and the ring because I couldn't attune to it. But then I put on the amulet and it sunk into my body, and now only the ruby is showing on my chest. And then we walked back to the entrance. And yeah.
Alright, so that was basically the last session. We are... Dun, dun, dun.
Also, Mini Keen isn't here anymore, and I'm sad about that. I don't know why I'm sad about that. I just am.
You know who else isn't here? Shadowkeen.
No, I said Mini Keen.
Yeah, but neither is Shadowkeen.
I miss him already.
Alright, so, last week, had y'all already, made the decision to go back to the, to Eris?
I think we did. This is going to be kind of awkward because Seb and I are not on good terms.
What?
Hmm?
What do you mean on good terms?
Yeah, because I stole some shit from you, and I was just like, yeah.
Oh, not yeah.
Seb is very forgiving.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She slapped me in the back of the head. When she
Probably
yelled at me.
deserved it.
And that was when she liked me.
Well, we'd best return to our benefactor, and hopefully I can convince him that this scepter would be better off with myself.
You think the scepter would be better off with you?
I mean, really restricted to those who have a certain disposition. I can use it.
Says, you didn't betray the humans when we were fighting that war, because that wouldn't have been right. Even though I would have been perfectly okay.
I
with that. Like, dude asked us to get it, and I would feel kind of bad if we didn't get it to him, considering he did revive me.
Well, that's why we take it back and we explain the situation and have an adult discussion. Something that you might need to be caught up on.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there for most of that, was I? Ooh. Yeah. Well, I believe in you. Shit hits the
Elo,
fan, we can always run.
is your character made all the way?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe it is. Also, Sev, do you have any idea what this amulet that sunk into me might be?
I can certainly find out.
And I tapped the ruby on my chest.
Perhaps we should get out of this cave, though.
Yeah, we probably should.
All right.
On the way back, I am going to ritually cast. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to ritually cast Identify while touching Theo's amulet.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so y'all are able to exit the cave and start on your trek back to Eris's palace. So, Sev, you cast Identify on the necklace. And through your walking, and I'm assuming y'all are having conversation with each other.
Yeah.
Well, it is a ritual cast, so I do need to kind of like stop and prepare it for about 10 minutes, but yeah.
Okay. So, you cast Identify on it, and you are not able to determine what it is. However, you do get a sense that perhaps a master could introduce or could give you more details about it.
I see how it is.
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything, Sev. I'm sorry.
It's not towards you. It was like,
I shouldn't have sneaked the ring out of your bag. I apologize. Don't.
well, it's fine. It ended up back on me anyway.
I wasn't gonna, just run away with it. I was just curious, and then it was like, no, you're not a magic. Then fuck you.
Let's just get back to Everthere in one piece.
All right.
But yeah, I would like to have taken a short rest as well to get my spell slots back.
Okay, that is fair. So y'all are able to take a short rest, no problem.
Do I get those hit points that were stolen from me back yet?
Yes.
Oh! That means I have 44 total hit points. 34. So does that mean I stay at 33, or does my shit go to 44 too?
Your hit point goes back to what it was normally.
Okay, so 44. Hooray! I did not want to go through another dungeon to fix a curse. Not what I wanted to do.
All right, there we go. Okay, so you make your way back to Eris's castle.
On the way, I'm just sharing like with that I've found throughout my journeys with Sev because we both have proficiency in herbalism. So the herbalism kit.
I'm actually going to get rid of all the tokens on here.
Yeah, Sev will engage with you. Quite surprised at your knowledge of herbalism, but offering her own wisdom as well.
You know about that? Yeah. Wouldn't I?
Excuse me. Sorry. I'm not concentrating on darkness.
Darkness.
Feck.
Just the orb of dark shit surrounds us now. We can't see shit.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to press it.
Sev,
Oh,
give me your hand. We can make it through this.
Yeah. Okay, next level.
All right. So you, along the way, you come across a human wandering in the Elven Kingdom.
What is he doing here? Aren't humans at war with elves?
They are.
Yes.
That's weird.
Perhaps you might introduce yourself as a fellow human to him?
As much as I don't like them, I will. Hey there, fellow man. That's how I introduce myself to humans I've never met before. Hey there, fellow human. How are you? No. Hey, you there. You're finally what? No, you're...
What the fuck?
It's a Skyrim reference.
God.
But hey, you there. What are you doing? You know about the war between the two nations, right? Ah, our paladin is here.
Oh god. No, DM, what am I doing in the Elven City?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's all you, my friend.
So it's me? Oh. Well, I've been going to be cool. 1 second, let me collect my thoughts. I hadn't realized we already started.
Well, hello, Adela.
Hello.
Hi. I've
Hi.
apologized to
Hello.
Sev and
For what?
shit because I stole the ring from her bag last week. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
No, I apologized to her for that, and then we talked about herbs so far.
What? Well, like the wacky tobacco kind of herbs? Or
No, because I
Oh,
have
I don't know.
I have proficiency in herbalism kit, and she has proficiency in herbalism kit. So we talked about that shit. It was weird. But she's pleasantly surprised by that. Oh shit! You're not as dumb as you look. Hey, wait.
Okay, back to the thing. So, well, hello, I guess. My name is Ellerit, and I am here on. Well, far as I'm aware, there was a letter sent to my family's name, basically ordering me to arrive here, and I'm kind of wondering, people at the gates noticed the seal and kind of allowed me in, despite the obvious.
Family must be pretty important.
I would like to think so. Not every day you are allowed into basically an Elven city. Is it the capital?
You're near the capital, yeah.
Near the
Okay.
capital. I mean,
May
it's
I
pretty
look at
easy.
these papers?
It's pretty easy for us, to be fair. I mean, all we had to do was tell the truth, and we got in. So,
I mean, do I have the papers? I don't know. I did not discuss this with DM prior to the session.
oh, he lied. He lied.
Oh god damn it! I'm a liar. Kill me liar. You kill me liar now. No, but seriously.
I would like to insight check him.
Okay.
I don't know. I did not discuss this with the DM, so I don't know what I have. and what I don't.
What do I? Is he telling
You're
the
literally
truth?
throwing me under the bus right now.
You're
Is
welcome.
he?
I will fucking I choose to cast Eldritch Blast on a DM.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Hmm.
No.
As far as I can tell, he's truth. Yeah. Let her see the papers. She can read better than I can.
I mean, I open the papers that I have. Certainly, I do. Please.
See, this is how you beat the DM. So now Sev reads the papers, and Jerry has to tell me what these papers say.
So, the papers are a ransom note.
What?
The papers are crudely written and appear to be cut out words rather than, handwritten. And it reads, "Bring us 10,000 gold and we will free your brother."
And that is the paper they allowed me to enter the Elven City with?
Yep. And it is signed. Oh my god, fuck. Sorry, I pick up.
God is having hiccups in his words.
I was wondering what was going on.
It is signed the Bridgewater Cartel.
Well, the name threw me off because when I read this, I thought that it was Theo.
Have I ever heard of these people?
Because it's like cut out letters, like pasted onto a piece of paper.
I would never resort to kidnapping, thank you very much.
I was purely going off the handwriting.
Would
That is
any
kind
of
of the
us have known that cartel or have recognized that name?
Roll a history check.
I've never written a damn thing in front of you, Sev. My handwriting is far better than that. I think. Is it? Oh no. It's been such a long time since I've written anything.
So you are slightly familiar with them.
Okay.
You recognize them as a criminal enterprise within Evethir, and they make a majority of their money by kidnapping nobles and ransoming them back to their family.
So like what we just beat.
Huh?
The mercenaries we just beat to get Eris back to his family.
Sure. You didn't get Eris, though. I'm confused.
Right. Who do we bring
2 sessions
back
ago?
to
Like
Eris?
2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
The guy we're returning to with the scepter.
Yeah.
Oh, Eris. Yeah, sorry. You're right.
Well, this seems to be a strange kind of commonality that happens here. That's Adela's friend and Eris, and now your family in this kingdom.
That's actually kind of like the weird thing because, I mean, as far as I'm aware, I am the only child. So that letter arrived and well, if I have some brother, then I might as well go and find out. But
That's drama. That's drama.
So if you're seeking out this person, do you intend to pay the ransom?
Hell no, I don't have that kind of money.
Then how will you retrieve this brother of yours?
I have a certain set of skills.
I have a certain set of skills.
I see.
That set of skills usually includes bullshitting my way through that.
Huh, same here, man. Same here. You drink?
I distill.
You distill. So you don't.
I do indulge in the consumption of the merchandise I tend to produce.
You're a brewer?
Brewer, distiller, alchemist, basically.
I'm a brewer.
What a
Are all
coincidence.
humans so similar?
And I pat the brewer's kit. Got some cooking up right now. Well, technically, Adela here has some cooking up. She initially made it, but I've added my own proficiency to it. Damn,
Nice.
you tall. You are tall, son of a bitch.
I take that as a compliment.
Canon. Just all of a sudden randomly.
So, you said that you're fairly good at words and convincing others.
If I do say so myself.
Well, we're currently about to return to our benefactor to hand him over an item we've retrieved. However, I was hoping we might be able to convince him to maintain control of it for now. I'm not so bad myself with being able to convince others, but it would certainly not harm us to have someone else who might be able to convince him, if you'd like
Yeah.
to join us.
She's very good at convincing people. She just convinced a lot of people that she was a helpless damsel in distress, and we all know that that's nothing. That's further from the truth than anything.
She's super hot.
I would be happy to.
Thank you, Adela.
Adela, I know you have a crush right now, but keep it in your armor.
Excuse me. Keep your suggestions to yourself. Please and thank you.
I am also going to be backup for the persuasion train because I also have good persuasion. So,
On the other hand, I am not good at anything.
I'm going to
So
keep you in the back. Yeah.
not good at anything right now.
Look, why
On the other
don't you
hand-
leave the talking to us then, Theo, once we return
I can
to
tell if
Eris's
somebody's
room?
lying pretty well. So there's that.
You can do that.
That's a useful skill to have. Especially for
awesome.
someone in the back of the party.
Also a pretty good dancer, if I do say so myself.
All right, so y'all arrive back at the mansion. What do you do?
So the plan is to convince Eris to let us keep the scepter. Is that the plan?
Yeah, so I'm going to suggest that we go to the priest first and speak to him.
What god did they worship again?
Ilmater.
Ilmater.
And that's what the scepter is too, so I'm hoping that if we can convince the priest first, he might be able to help kind of petition us on
What
behalf
are we convincing
against
him
Eris.
of?
That
about
I
to
should
dis-
keep control of the scepter.
For
I'm
what
about to
reason?
disrespect a god.
All right, so y'all knock on the door, I'm assuming? No?
I knock
No?
on the door.
Oh my god! For what reason are we saying that you should have this scepter? Because he's
Because
gonna.
it's a fucking OP item.
Cool. Yeah,
but-
that's what I'll tell him.
No, okay, because I am
Bro,
a
it's so
kind-hearted
OP.
because I am a kind-hearted soul who travels the land, healing people and helping them. And as soon as I touched the scepter, I knew that I was destined to hold it, and it shared its powers with me.
Okay, I can.
I do have a question though. Do you need to tell him that you have the scepter
Yes.
at all?
Yes.
My mission was to retrieve
Oh.
it, and I am true to my word.
Mhm.
She is the most honest person I know.
Then I suspect you will have great trouble not giving it up.
Okay, we knock.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
not. I'm the one who knocks.
Okay. Theo knocks because he needs to do something.
All right. So a very kind older gentleman opens the door this time,
Oh, priest of Tomei. No, I'm not going to do
and
that.
he looks at you and he says, "Why, yes. How may I help you?"
I'd like to see the priest.
A priest you seek. Down the hall to the left. Continue straight. It's the first door.
How late is it, by the way?
So it's. Let's see. You would have rested once, I believe, on your way back.
Yeah. We did.
So it's mid-afternoon, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, it's lunchtime. Hungry and thirsty.
Would you like some salt water?
No, that makes me more thirsty, unlike it doesn't work for humans as well as it does for you.
Okay.
And
I think you might want to offer Eric a drink. Like juice? Orange juice? I know you don't drink per se. So maybe juice?
What are oranges?
Some type of fruit juice? Don't worry, I'll help you out. Despite the fact that you're always so rude. No. I'll help you out later. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. So we go up to the priest.
all right.
Basically.
And the priest looks directly to Severine and says, "You found it. You've retrieved the staff of Ilmater."
Ruh-roh.
Oh my god.
And I feel it
Almost
incredible.
as though it were by divine intervention because it was so easy.
What do you mean by that?
I felt the scepter calling me. It seemed to speak out, and as soon as I touched it, I felt its power flow through me, as if it was destined to be me who wields it.
Well, the staff does have that effect on those who possess the knowledge required.
Yes, I as someone who travels from kingdom to kingdom, healing and helping those in need, I could tell that its magic would be something which would aid me in that. And I detected its magical properties were those of a healing nature, much like Ilmater himself.
Yes, it is true. The staff only recognizes those who are, how should we put it, true to their nature. It must have sensed that you have great good within you and allowed you to use its powers.
And I am so incredibly grateful that it has allowed me to use its powers. But I have not actually utilized it yet, as I was hoping that I might be able to query you and our benefactor, if I might be able to perhaps travel with it for a while and see if I might be able to, again, heal others through my own power and through the bolstered power that the scepter gives me.
In the name of Ilmater.
Of course.
Well, you would have to speak to Eris, as he is the one who would make the final decision.
Oh, yes, of course. As it was our mission to retrieve it. But I just thought that seeing as we were unaware of any further exploration into why the scepter was needed, that you might be able to, I don't know, understand the scepter's prevalence towards me and maybe might be able to speak on our behalf?
I'm afraid that I won't be able to do that. There is a reason that this staff was needed, and it is only up to Eris to decide whether or not you can keep it, whether or not he can forego his needs.
I see. Well, perhaps there's a way that he and I can arrange something so that we both end up satisfied.
Do you know what the scepter's needed for?
It is needed for a ritual. We are going to return it to its rightful place by Ilmater's side.
Insight check now. Yeah, actually, insight check.
Okay, roll for it.
See if he's lying.
Un momento. Ugh. He is lying.
How do I subtly tell somebody? Nah, he's lying. Lying fucker.
Well,
Thank
if
you
the
so
ritual
much.
is... Yeah, thank you. If the ritual is that important, then...
I'm gonna tap Adela on the shoulder and pull her back with me. Like, nonchalantly. Like, as if pointing out the art that I'm looking at, right? Because I did that. Good on me. And I'm going to whisper to her, he's lying.
I nod at Theo and I still say, thank you so much for your assistance.
We're looking at art. I made sure of that. Made it seem like we're looking at art at the very least.
Okay, thank you. We will go and speak with Eris.
Very well. You can find him in the master bedroom.
Thank you.
And y'all have no idea where the master bedroom is, by the way.
No.
Can we ask him for directions, I guess?
And he tells you that you need to go up the stairs, to the right, through the dining area, out into the foyer, and then to the right again, and into the master bedroom.
We thank him and we start heading that way.
All right. And you are able to make it to the master bedroom, which is here.
Well, I didn't want to go the whole way.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to just kind of look like we were heading that way and then kind of like convene.
All right.
Obviously, I would kind of look at Seb as we slowly walk towards there.
Oh, right, I didn't tell her. Tap Sev on the shoulder and say he was lying.
Lying about what?
Giving it back to its rightful owner.
What the
Lying
ritual
about that.
Then what other use could they have for it?
Why would they feel like they would need to lie?
I don't know. I just know he was lying. I don't know all the facts. It's not like I could just call him out on that.
It is obvious to assume they have some ulterior motives with that thing. If it's powerful, as you say.
I knew I could be useful.
I say we get the hell out of Dodge.
He's one of the most influential people in the city, though. If we wrong him, we'll be wronging Everthere.
And I do not feel like going up against the elven capital right now.
No, and I feel more at home here than I do in the human kingdom.
Give me 2 days, maybe?
So we hand it over and whatever happens, happens, I guess.
I think we talk with him candidly and see if his story corroborates. And Theo, if you're able to discern him lying again, then we question him.
Let's hope the dice gods don't fuck me. But yeah, that's the god I worship, is the dice gods. Try.
If you can detect that he's lying, perhaps you should insert a word into conversation which would let us all know, so that we can subtly be aware of the subterfuge.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm not as obviously I'm not as smart as any of you, and I'm nothing of a wordsmith. But I will give it my best shot.
Why don't you just talk about liquor, and then we'll know.
How do I infuse liquor into a conversation about gods, man?
We actually, I don't know. You could just be like, man, could you use some
You
liquor?"
infuse literal liquor into the talking about the gods.
I could always take a swig every time he's lying.
That works.
Sure.
I can kind of take a. I can.
Or
look
you
at
could,
that.
or you could offer him a drink. You know.
Or offer one of us a drink. Like,
All right.
True.
yeah, I'll decline, but you can offer.
I'm gonna offer Sev a drink. I've known her longer.
Well, if you offer any of us a drink, we'll understand that he's lying.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's go. I hope I don't fuck up like I usually do. Like my life.
All right. So do y'all go to the master bedroom now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to the bedroom, which is still here. And you get there and you see Eris sitting at his desk, reading some papers. And do you walk
Does
in?
he
or do you not?
recognize us straight away?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to subtly let my snake, like kind of as we approach the doorframe, let my snake like out of my robes, and to try and like sneak into his room around to his desk.
Okay. Have
Do
your
I need to
snake roll
roll?
a build check?
Okay. I'm just gonna roll off my sheet, but it gets a +3 instead of a +1 that I have.
Okay, so add 2.
So 22 or 21.
Okay. And your snake makes it over to the desk, and he's
Like
distracted and
behind,
doesn't
yeah.
seem to notice.
And I'll like whisper to the others briefly. I'll just say, cover for me and pinch me if he's talking to me.
I'll leave that up to Adela.
Pinch you if he's talking to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got you. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I look through the eyes of my snake.
Okay.
And I wait for them to kind of distract him a bit.
So Eris walks over to you, and he sees the scepter almost immediately. And he gets very excited. And he says, "Oh, you found my scepter. That's brilliant, brilliant. I didn't think anybody could do it."
We did find your scepter. However, we have some questions, if you don't mind. We were just wondering, what are you using it for? Because when we were actually, and I keeps prattling on, and what does Sev see?
So, there it is. Okay, Sev, you see what appears to be accounting books from his business. And they appear to essentially be bank-keeping records.
Okay.
And you're seeing all of the withdrawals and purchases and intake and materials and things of that nature.
Are there any large purchases or withdrawals which would immediately grab my attention?
No, not. I mean, they're all fairly large compared to, what y'all have, but there's none that like stick out from what's on there otherwise.
Okay.
They're all 500 to 1,500, 2,000 gold in that range.
All right. Is there anything else which I guess would kind of stick out?
That appears to be it.
Okay. I will revert my senses back to myself and get my familiar to kind of slither back around and kind of hide in a corner of the room until I can get him back.
Okay. And so, Eris looks at you. What did you ask him, Adela?
Well, I was kind of asking him like what the history of it was, and like why he needed it and why it was so special.
And he looks at you and he tells you that the staff has been lost for many decades. It's not too long compared to some other artifacts, but it is one of the more powerful items that a human can use, or an elf in my case. And we were worried that this other group was going to get their hands on it and use it to either start a war or, quite frankly, end a war and invade Rahanas. And we want to return it to its rightful place by Ilmater's side before they are able to do that.
Insight. Oof.
And he is telling the truth.
Oh no.
Not seeing any cue from Theo, I kind of I press.
Can I also input him?
Can I too?
I mean, yeah, if y'all want.
I fucked up hard.
I had one.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna press him a little bit more and be like,
oh.
Much better.
So, Elo, you kind of get a sense that he's not quite telling the full truth. Adela, you can't really get a clear read on him. It's really hard to tell what he's thinking.
Okay. I don't pitch.
"Yep,
Theo, have a drink of water.
Ah, yes. Here's a drink. You want one?
Please. I'm parched.
Sev is gonna kind of turn back to Eris and be like, so when I found the scepter, it appeared to call out to me. I felt an instant connection and bond with it as soon as I laid my hands on it, and it was almost surreal. I was wondering if you know much about the scepter's abilities."
Well, the scepter does tend to call out to those who would use it for good. Although it is usable by people on both ends of the spectrum. The staff is said to be very powerful, but most of its abilities are, quite frankly, rumors.
I see. And when you say that you're hoping to return it, is that to the plane where Ilmater resides?
Yes.
Insight check.
Roll it.
Insight check. No! I've lost it!
You lost your mojo. I am here to provide the goods.
I mean, you're that insight check is my natural 20, so.
Ellerit, as far as you can tell, he is telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Got it. No cues from me.
If the scepter is returned to Ilmater, is there anything that I suppose he would gain from it?
Well, it is his scepter. It is as much a part of him as your arm is to you.
I see. then why would he have created the item, if not to share its gifts with those who are loyal and who would spread his tenets of healing and helpfulness to the world? Surely it is an extension of himself to be used in the mortal plane.
Well, we believe that that was true at one time. However, we believe that in the past 100 or so years that violence has caused him to recall his scepter. He is afraid that it will be used for great violence.
Has he communicated this to you?
Not to me directly. However, I do have the best scholars available.
Is there a way that we might be able to contact him and see what his opinions are?
Contact Ilmater directly?
Yes, I believe that would settle any dispute.
I do not have that ability. You could attempt to petition the Rahanis Magic Council. Perhaps one of them has a way to contact him. But I can't say I have ever spoken with the gods.
I see. Well, maybe that should be our next move, before we potentially go against Ilmater's wishes. What if he does not want this returned? You see where there's a slight, I guess, issue.
Well, as I had said, we have the best scholars around.
Clearly not as great as the Rahanis Council, though, who might be able to offer some insight which you might not possess.
Well, the scholars do serve the Rahanis Council. I mean, they are all part of the same system.
Then why have you not attempted to contact Ilmater? I apologize if I'm being too candid, but I just, I want to ensure that this item, which has so gloriously awoken my healing and understanding of how I might better humanity, that I would have some inquiries.
Well, to be quite frank, it is not my place to request such direct intervention from the Magic Council. We each have our place in society. Mine is to carry out the will of the Council. What will yours be? Will you be somebody who turns his back on the Council? Or will you be somebody who carries out their duties and trusts in the Council's judgment and in their ability to contact Ilmater and the other gods?
I'm afraid that trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I don't feel like I can trust a council whom I have no interaction with. I apologize if that's not what you wish to hear, but if I am to trust in this council, surely I should at least meet with them as the one who has retrieved this scepter. I believe we have all earned that right, at least.
You must understand, the Elven Kingdom is massive. Evithir alone is home to over 600,000 people. You imagine that the Magic Council cannot possibly see everybody that requests an audience with them. It would be impossible.
But not impossible for one such as yourself, who is so connected and offers a item which many have believed to have been lost. Surely that would give some leverage to a claim.
Well, as I said, the Magic Council had tasked me with retrieving this item.
Insight check, hopefully. Nope.
Nope, he's still telling the truth.
I'm gonna, like, just in order of tradition, like, maybe...
Adela, we're just as bad as each other. We're just as bad as seeing if people can tell the truth.
As far as you can all tell, he is telling the truth.
No, dear.
Like, I have a good reason, though, because I've been in the ocean. What's your excuse?
I've been up in a mountain with one other person.
Well, if we are to return it, I would like to be part of the team which helps to return this item back, as I now feel such a deep connection.
Very well, but you do understand that it will not be returned until the next shipment?
Shipment?
Yes. We operate on a very strict schedule.
You are returning this to a different plane. Why would it be reliant on a shipment?
Well, we have to get and gather certain materials that cannot be brought here, or that cannot be obtained in Rahanas.
Do I want to risk this insight check and further embarrassment or not?
Insight check.
Yeah. Finally.
Ooh. I'll leave that to you, mate.
What specifically are you insight checking, Theo?
What did he just say? Wait.
Materials needed to transport it to another plane.
Can they not? Are the materials is it true that that the materials aren't able to be transported to the kingdom, to the capital?
Or is that the reason that the shipment is delayed?
Yes, it is true.
Such a good roll wasted. Such a good roll wasted.
You see, we require a specially crafted metal rod, specifically one that has been attuned to the proper plane. The only place to obtain this that we are aware of is the Cleefen's Magic College.
And have you obtained this yet?
We have not. That
That's
is
in
what
the
is
Dwarven Kingdom, yes?
correct.
Perhaps we could use the scepter to go get the rod you need.
I think it is best that the scepter remain here. However, I would be willing to offer you a place in my organization and show you where we would be storing the scepter so that you can ensure that it is safe.
Yes, I am happy with these terms. However, I do have two things that I would like to query with you. The first being that what was it called again? The magic school, sorry?
Cleefen's Arcane College.
Cleveland, okay. The first would be that studying magic, I am very interested in Cleefen's. As you probably remember from our previous conversation, would it be possible for us to go there and fulfill this quest so that on the way I might be able to learn more of the arcane knowledge while I am visiting?
It is certainly possible. Cleefen's is the best magic school around. However, they have very strict entry requirements.
Would you be able to enlighten me on some of those?
Not
So I
if
might
they're willing
prepare?
to offer Gareth an entry.
I don't know how to put this in character. You have to be 8th level.
Ooh.
Right, okay. So I'm just not experienced enough yet. Okay,
Right.
cool.
I mean, you're almost there.
I see. Well,
Time we get there, honestly.
yes, perhaps something to look forward to. The second inquiry I had was if we might be able to use someone you're connected to, a higher level spellcaster than myself, perhaps even your priest, to identify a object that we came across while searching for the scepter.
And Theo is gonna partially unbutton his shirt to show the roby sticking out of his chest.
Oh my. And he walks up to you and starts kind of poking at it. Does this hurt?
No.
Interesting.
Honestly, I put it on and then it said some words in my head and then sunk into my body.
He bedazzled himself.
I did not bedazzle myself. This would be stupid if I bedazzled. You all were there, although probably not looking at me, but still.
Insight check.
I can recite these words if you... I don't think they do anything, to be fair. I can recite what it said to me.
Well, if you go to the Cleafins Arcane College, they do have experts on these types of things. Both curses, which I suspect this may be, and enchantments that may be far more experienced than my priest. However, you are welcome to go talk to him and see if he is able to determine this item.
Could you perhaps send a letter ahead of us, behesting him to help us?
Absolutely. In fact, give me one moment. And he runs back into his room and he starts rummaging in this drawer over here.
When he does that and there's like an opening, I get my snake to return back into my robes.
Okay.
At least distracted.
And you see him putting something into a bag. And he comes back over to you and he says, "Give this to him with my regards. I've written a note of recommendation inside."
For whom?
For the master at the Arcane Academy, of course.
Oh, thank you. I'd probably take that.
Okay.
I know that it's probably not the time, but you were telling me you were going to talk to your connections to see if you had heard anything about my friend Eric.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I have not heard anything back. However, I continue to reach out to those that I know. I am currently reaching out to a... how should I put it? A less than reputable vendor that I dealt with a few years ago. He should have some more contacts in the darker side of the world that I'm not aware of.
And what, if you don't mind, what does he sell?
To be quite frank, he sells weapons.
Oh.
Now, to clarify, when I was dealing with him, I was only selling flour. I did not find out that he was a trafficker until a few months after we had done business.
A trafficker of weapons?
Would you be opposed to me, perchance, meeting with him myself?
I don't think that would be a good idea. As you can imagine, a man like that appreciates his privacy.
Yes. I understand that very well. Also, sorry, Adela. I apologize.
Okay, sure. Well, thank you so much for your assistance.
I do have an offer to make you all. Granted, you have been a little less cooperative than I had hoped, but nonetheless, you have proved quite valuable. And I would like to offer you a permanent position within my organization. I am always looking for those who are able to recover rare and interesting artifacts.
What was our current rate of pay? It was a weekly payment?
Yes, it is 25 gold a week.
Oh, that was out of character, but yeah.
Oh, was it out of character?
Yeah, because I just couldn't remember. So it's 25 gold a week. And then were we promised anything extra for recovering the scepter?
You were not promised anything, but you were told that it would be worth your while. And what you're referring to is he makes 700 gold a week. That was not your...
But we get 25 gold a week?
That's what he's offering, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Then yeah, in character now. In character, I'll say, well, what would this permanent position add to our current arrangement?
Well, all I would ask is that in your travels, you are adventurers, that when you come across rare or interesting items, that you bring them to me.
I see. And would we be paid additionally for items of value?
I will give you a percentage of what I get for it.
I see. And should we stumble across an artifact which would increase our chances, abilities, whatnot, which would be beneficial to ourselves personally, we are allowed to keep those things, yes. It is only items which you specifically wish for us to return or things that we wish to offer.
Well, I would ask that you, just in your travels, constantly be on the lookout for these things. Of course, if you come across something that, you wish to keep, of course, I would have no way of knowing that you had that item, so yeah, I suppose you could keep it, but you would be losing out on some gold.
I see. I just prefer honesty, so I thought I would ask. Well, then I don't see why not. I'm going to kind of turn around to everyone else.
I shrug.
Elred is raising his hands. He doesn't even know you guys. He's alive.
I put a flask in Elred's hand and give him a thumbs up, like.
Oh, thank you.
Don't
I sniff the flask. What is it in it?
Beer, ale.
Take a swig. Bottoms up. Thank you.
I mean, I don't see the harm in it.
And you mentioned that retrieving the scepter would be worth our while?
Yes. As I stated previously, I am willing to offer my services, most of which consist of monetary gains, of course, but I also do have connections to certain, how should I say, high-class markets that you may not be able to access.
Oh, I see.
Calling me poor, eh? All right.
We'll get him back later.
Well, if we might see the housing for the scepter, then I believe that's sufficient.
Absolutely. Follow me this way. And he is going to take you downstairs. And he takes you down to the first level. And from there, you go to the courtyard. And the fountain in the courtyard, he brings over a mage standing in the corner. And the mage casts some kind of spell. If you'd like, you can roll an Arcana check. Or if you have Dispel Magic, you know what it is.
I'll roll an Arcana check.
I don't have Dispel Magic, but I will Arcana it.
Okay.
Six.
So, Severine, you were a little bit distracted and you didn't quite see it. However, Ellerit, you recognize it as Dispel Magic.
Oh, should have been obvious.
And the fountain begins to kind of warble and disappear. And it reveals a staircase leading down.
I'm gonna ask the mage if he knows what this amulet is, or I describe it. Do you know what it is?
And the mage looks at you and he doesn't say anything, but he shakes his head.
Well, thank you.
I follow Eris down.
Okay. And you... Oh. All right. And he brings you downstairs. And downstairs appears to be two different sets of construction. On the left, you see crude wooden walls. But on the right, you see extremely well-crafted stone walls. Sorry, the pauses are me hiccuping. And he looks to you and he says, as you can see, we have some of the best security in all of Rahanas. This place is guarded 24/7 by Cleveland certified archmages. It is guarded by none less than 4 at any one time. In addition, this place is protected with various types of magic.
What types of magic?
Well, I wouldn't want to give away too much, but suffice it to say, those who would wish to attack or try to break in with any form of magic would find it quite difficult. And he begins walking over to this door. And he pulls out a key. And he inserts it into the lock. And when he does that, he takes a step back. And this gentleman on the right here takes a step forward and inserts a key as well. And then finally, the other gentleman takes a step forward and inserts a key. And he twists the key and opens the doors.
I am sorry. I did a goof.
And he waves you in and says, follow me.
After you, Adela. Or Sev and Adela. Got my names confused.
Now, do you see the door?
No.
Exactly. And this guy casts the same spell as the mage had casted above. And you see a section of the wall open up.
You said that way too excitedly. I thought something else was going
Shit.
Do you see the door? No. Exactly.
No, you're dead.
That was too fast. Ah! Oh.
And he inserts a key into this door and steps back. And this guy steps forward and inserts a key. And he opens the door.
This is the most boring shit I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah. Basically.
So many doors that we would have had to go through if we broke in here.
And he says,
I mean, we could just stab both of them and run away.
I don't feel like doing this right now.
Fair.
I got 2 more days of negatives before I can be at my full self again, so gonna hold off.
no, you should be at 1 now.
Should I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
we
took a
short
long rest.
No, you took a short rest.
It was a day and a half travel.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. -1. Give me a day.
And he looks at you all and says, see? There's no way anybody could break in here to get the staff. This is the most secure vault in all of Rahanas.
You could trap me in here forever and no one would ever...
Well, it certainly seems like you've got things planned out.
What if we lock them all here? Out of character. I'm joking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jerry's not. He's gonna do it now.
Oh shit.
No. Anyway, what were you saying, Jerry?
He said his piece. He said it is the most secure vault in all of Rahanas.
So we shall be storing the scepter here then, I suppose.
Correct. This does seem to be a very adequate storage place. I don't believe that anybody will find it.
I think that I agree, and I think that I am ready to accept the mission of finding the metal rod. Since we're going that way anyway, might as well make some extra money.
Are we going that way?
Aren't we?
I mean, we are.
I thought Seb,
Okay, I guess.
Because we haven't made a lot of big leads on Eric.
no.
Who's Eric?
You'll find out.
We'll
He's
catch
like
you up.
He's like a friend, but like there might be
Your
something there. There
boyfriend.
might be something.
Yeah, but your crush on Sev is gonna get in the way of.
What's wrong with liking both?
Nothing's wrong with it. I just say I don't think you can have both.
Obviously. Anyway.
He's this kind of friend.
By the gods.
Kissy, mama.
I will.
That's
I can
funny.
end
I
you.
got you.
I will end you.
Little.
I will cast Hunger of Hadar on you and be stuck in there forever.
Okay, I
cool with laying the staff down, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I try. I ask him where he wishes the scepter to go specifically.
If you could lay it in the corner over there, and he points towards this corner.
I do it.
Just toss it in the pile of gold. That would do it.
Yeah. You'll never find it.
Very, very reluctantly. I do it. 1 sec.
But it looks like she's just putting it down really carefully.
Yeah. I
Praise
just kind of.
Terminator.
Oh my god, Theo.
What?
Is there? I'm going to like suddenly as I place it down, I'm going to like cast light with my other hand for like a moment and then dispel it, almost as if like a flash of light as I place it down.
Wow.
Okay. You go to cast light, and it does not work.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
Interesting.
No magics.
I place it down then.
Okay.
Okay, do we have fighters on our team? Kill them.
Theo, I am your equal.
I do.
When you say like no magic, is my familiar okay?
Is your familiar magic?
Same for mine.
My familiar is made of magic essentially.
Oh no, that shit's gone.
Okay.
My family is not made of magic. As far as
Well, it's a spirit. It's a spirit, I should say. Sorry.
My familiar
A
is my
spirit
hands.
should be okay. I think.
Perhaps.
And yeah.
It's having difficulty staying in its form here. Let's just say that.
So would you like to tell us about this rod and where we might find it?
You did. It's at the School of Magic.
Yeah, but
Right.
you might have more information.
When you talk to the historical expert, he should be able to point you in the right direction.
And what's his name?
Okay.
His name is Jean Shai.
I like him already.
Bon Kai?
Inside check. Not liking her.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't know if that was sarcasm or not, but I want to know.
And we can
am interesting.
We can find him where?
Yeah.
He is telling the truth. You can find him at the Cleafin's Arcane Academy.
Yeah.
I was inside checking Adela, though.
Oh.
You'll never
I didn't understand if it was sarcasm or not.
Bon
My boy
Kai.
has trouble with that.
That's who we're looking for, Bon Kai.
Well, I believe that's
shy.
I believe that's everything here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else before we head off that we might be able to achieve locally?
Bonsai.
Well,
You're onto something.
would you be willing to attempt to open up a permanent trade route? I don't know how skilled you are in the art of negotiation.
We are amazing.
What?
I
Well-
look at Adela and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Don't you put me through this.
I wink.
If you are able to open up a permanent trade route to Vol Dural, that would be extremely helpful.
Well, we could certainly have a look into that. How we achieve this for you?
Well, I imagine you would have to speak with the local ruler there.
So you need permission, not just
Correct.
groundwork. Right, I see.
I do have the abilities. I will, of course, be lending you one of my ships and crew in order to embark on this journey for me.
Can you just quickly show us the world map again, so I can see where that is?
Yep.
Oh man, I can't wait to get there and hear all the stories about a big ass dragonborn.
So it's over in the Dwarven Kingdom, which is where we're going to head eventually anyway.
Yes.
Can you ping that one more time? I was zoomed in. Thank you.
Then yes, I believe seeing as we would be heading over to Cleefens anyway, that would work in quite nicely.
Excellent.
And can you promise me that if you do hear word of my friend, you send word immediately?
Her
I will do so.
boyfriend.
As I said,
will
Don't
end
worry.
You can do it. You can do that. I doubt.
I want to cast Hellish Rebuke on him right fucking now, even if it's
Roll for
not him.
roll for it.
There's no magic here.
There's no much.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
magic.
Exactly. That's why I won't.
I'm
I
shit
would if
eating
I
until
could.
the end. I'm shit eating until the end.
God damn it.
And final inquiry: are we able to receive our stipend now before we head off to the Dwarven Kingdom?
If you wish.
That would be helpful for us in our travels to do your work.
And he hands all of you 1,000 gold.
Whoa!
Christ!
Like
I thought he
each?
was ripping you
Each.
off. He pays tax.
I'm glad I gave him the scepter. Like, as frustrating as it is, he seems to be chill.
I don't super dig him. But
No, I don't think he's trying to use the scepter for a bad thing. I just think he wants to collect it. I think he's just like that kind of person. I think that insight is more like he doesn't want to return it to Omega, but he's like, oh, like I like having like, special things. I think he's richer than he says.
She doesn't like him because
So
he brought me
give
back to life.
1,000 gold to a group.
Each.
Each.
I am glad I joined.
Yeah.
I did not do shit.
Gets here, doesn't even have to fight a monster yet. You just like, 1,000 gold? Fuck yeah.
I will turn to him and ask him where his ship is so that we can head off immediately. Because,
Or we could.
or actually,
I mean, we could shop before we go.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Especially seeing as there's a lot of magic here.
What? Sorry, what?
Shopping first, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to find someone in the city who might be able to identify what's in my chest right now.
I don't know if you should go flashing that around to everyone in the city.
Who the hell is gonna take this from me? It's inside of me.
That's what I'm worried about.
you.
You're gonna kill me?
Can,
Yeah. Go ahead.
can Ellery try to identify the thing?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Do I need to roll an Arcana check, I assume? Or what?
Oh, I thought you had an identify spell. You are not going to be able to determine what it is with an Arcana check.
Okay, got it. Okay, fair enough.
I'm just gonna ask people who's the best identifier of magic
I mean,
shit.
don't we have like archmages around us? Or something along those lines?
Can I
Something like that.
buy a...
Why can't we ask like one of them to cast Identify?
Severine?
What's
Elo
up?
asked a question that you could answer.
Because I have already tried to identify it, and it is far beyond our understanding. But if we get to Cleefans, they'll be able to identify it for us.
Fair enough.
I want to buy a ton of healing potions because I know my party members, other than the guy.
I do not tend to die. I tend to stay away from such things. The
Things
distance
have
I
a way
can
of
throw.
catching up to us, though,
Yeah.
so it's not a bad idea.
So, yeah, y'all can buy any of the standard adventuring gear. You could also ask Eris to attempt to purchase things for you, although you may have to wait a day or two for it.
Nah, I'm trying to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah, I'm interested, perhaps, in that, actually.
Damn
Are
it.
there any purveyors of magic artifacts in the city?
Say that again.
Are there any purveyors of magical artifacts in the city beside the guy we talked to?
You don't know. The city is massive, so it is likely.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
It's been a week and 2 days since I've started my river stuff, if I'm correct. I think.
I think it's been a week and 1 day.
1 day. Close enough. 6 more days to go.
I would like to see if he might be able to get a hold of something for me.
Sure.
I want to see if he can get an uncommon Rod of the Pack Keeper.
Let's see. Rod of the Pact Keeper?
Yeah, it should cost like 500 gold because it's uncommon. That's like the cap on uncommon anyway.
Aye.
That's a basic, according to the book anyway. I mean, I don't know if the trade and stuff would be different, obviously, but...
I mean, we could both try to find.
Yeah, I mean, if you want one as well, feel free to ask. So that's just that's
What
what
do?
Seb wants. It's for a warlock, and it gives you a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and the saving throw DCs of your warlock spells. And as an action, you can regain one warlock spell slot.
Of course, I want to get something like that.
Yeah, I figured as much, but
I'm like, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge, please.
So he takes your request and he hands it off to one of the people when you arrive back upstairs. I'm assuming you've left at this point, or left the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
heat.
yeah.
So I'm just going to put this back on the world map. So he hands it off to one of the people when you get upstairs, and he whispers something to them, and they run off. And he says, it should be no more than a day and a half or so.
Thank you.
Can I also ask for something before they leave?
Sure.
Can I get a Pearl of Power, please?
The Pearl of Power. Pearl of Power.
It suits my aesthetic.
Yeah, I would like one of those eventually as well. That is something for, like, the rod is way better. Yeah.
And he takes that and does the whisper thing. And
Can we please wait, guys? I kind of want my new loot.
Yes,
Yeah.
I also want to wait.
all right. So y'all wait 2 days. Let me go.
I'm currently looking for something to add to this.
In that
How
time
much
as well.
did that rod costed?
Yeah, how
Like,
much did our items cost?
They are. Let's see. I think they were all uncommon, so they're all 500 gold.
Cool.
Well, technically it's
Yeah.
between 50 to 500, so you can maybe do us a better price, seeing as we're using this guy's contacts.
Perhaps,
Perhaps.
but
Can I roll a persuasion?
he took 500 gold from you.
Oh fuck! Of course he did.
Oof. I'm
He
glad
could
I
give
didn't
some
ask for
back.
anything.
He might give
Whatever.
it back.
I got what I need. Oh, can I find someone to sell those feathers we got too from the pigeon we fought?
Oh yeah, the griffin.
The Griffin? Griffin. Yes.
Griffin.
Yeah, the
Right.
pigeon. The
The
big
pigeon. Yeah, sure.
How much
Can I?
are they?
You could probably get about 1 gold per feather.
Cool, I picked up 5, so I'm 5 gold richer.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go with her. Oh, sorry, you go.
Can I find out what somebody could make with a griffin beak and a griffin talon? One of each.
What?
A griffin beak and a griffin talon.
Nothing.
Nothing. How much do they sell for, though?
Probably 2 gold. They are considered somewhat magical creatures, and their body parts are typically used in homeopathic remedies.
So
So
2 gold.
they are worth a fair amount more than normal animal parts.
So 2 gold each.
Yes.
All right. That is 4 gold.
I am going to sell the 10 goblets that I picked up as well.
Any idea how much those were worth?
I think you said like 10 gold each thing. It was in that treasure room. It was like 10 or 20 gold or something. I don't remember exactly, to be honest. I
Last
didn't
week?
write that down. I added them into, because remember that chest that we found with all the shit, and there was goblets in it, and you said there was like 10 there was like goblets on the ground, and I said I picked them up, and you said there was about 10.
Picked up so many goblets.
Yeah. I didn't write down how much they were worth, but I just put them in my inventory.
Is that the thing where I said make sure to write this down because I won't remember it?
No.
No, I don't think so. It was just like loot in the room.
Okay, yeah, 10 gold sounds good.
Each?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. That's 100 gold. That's not bad.
Mm.
I would also like to head back to the magic store with my old mate.
Okay. And
she knows where the magic store is?
And I would like to go up to him and hello, I'm back for something else.
And he looks up to you and he says, welcome back. What do you got? I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got some new things since you arrived. I've got all sorts of different spell scrolls. 1st level, 2nd level, 4th level, 5th level. I've got all of them. What do you need?
She brought me.
Love this guy.
Wow.
She brought me too.
She brought me.
Both of us.
And this thing in my chest. No. I'm there. I'm just not. I did not say that.
I was
did,
purposefully looking for magical shop.
Well,
what'd you say, Jerry?
Nothing.
First of all, I would like to buy the ritual spell scroll for water breathing.
Water breathing. Hey, give me a minute here. Let's see. Giant. No. Acid splash. Animal stream. Let's try and find the waters. Water walk. Watery sphere. Water breathing. There it is. Let's see. Well, let's see. 3rd level spell. How does 300 gold sound?
That's... Oh, okay, sure.
I could spot you some gold if you need some.
It's okay, I can afford it. I did the maths wrong.
How much
Can I buy a bag? Can I
be?
also? Can I ask Eris for a bag of holding?
Yeah.
How much would that be? Because I'm not giving him 500 gold. Unless that's exactly how much he wants to ask me for.
I mean, we could pitch in for that kind of thing.
Let's see. Bag of holdings are fairly common. Shouldn't have any problem getting them. They're not really illegal anywhere. Probably 100 gold.
All right, I'll give him 100 gold to get me a
Wait,
bag
100
of
gold.
holding.
Oh, I'm doing that too. I'm getting my own bag of holding for 100 gold as well.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's cheap. And yeah, I will buy the water breathing scroll, and I will spend the 150 gold's worth of fine inks as well that I need to buy. So 450 gold to him, and then the extra 100 for the bag of holding for Eris.
Alrighty.
How much is watery sphere?
Watery sphere.
That also suits my aesthetic.
Watery sphere. I just saw it a minute ago. Give me a minute here. There it is. 500 gold.
Never mind, but thank you.
And he looks at you, Sabrina, and says, "Do you know her?"
Oh yes, we're close friends.
Well, perhaps I could do 350 gold just for you, for your friends, of course. You've been such a good customer.
Oh,
yes, I have, and I can't wait to get my discount the next time I come.
Also, Jerry, do you have the amulet of the drunkard in this world?
The what?
Amulet of the drunkard, of which I found on 5e Tools somehow, and it's uncommon.
Does that mean that I would only be able to use it once because it's a scroll?
Yeah, unless you have some way to write it down.
Alright, never mind, then it's not worth it.
Are you asking him if he has that?
No, that's fine. I'm gonna keep my gold.
I was talking to
My friend.
Ant.
Oh.
No, I'm just asking you out of character. Is it in here? Because if I can find it in the world, I'm taking it. But if I can't, I'm gonna ask somebody.
Let me see. What'd you say it was?
Amulet of the drunkard.
Yes, I do.
How much would it go for?
Let's see, it's an uncommon item that is basically a healing potion.
Yeah.
When you
every time I drink beer or egg,
and only once per rest.
Yep.
It would probably be 500 gold.
All right, I'm getting it.
Okay.
Are
you getting that through Eris?
Yes.
Bold move.
Okay.
Bold move.
That is so useful for me, specifically. For me, specifically.
Alright, well, once we get our stuff, I'm ready to go.
Okay. So do y'all head back to Eris's mansion to spend the next day or so? Or rather, just spend the night at this point?
I would probably... I kind of want to go out and see if I can find any more information about Eric, but I also feel like it's going to be fruitless.
I can go with you. You know, give you a little edge.
Can you go into a bar with me, Theo?
I promise I won't drink the entire night because I know you're talking shit. So I promise I won't drink anything the entire night. I'll drink nothing, juice, water, and...
Well, there's not, like, alcohol here anyway, right?
Well,
yeah, there's not.
If we go to the bad part, then yeah, there is.
I don't think you're welcome there, Theo. The last time I checked.
We were fine last time we checked.
I think it's just gonna be fruitless.
City of the Dead.
I think I'm just gonna sleep.
I am going to, before we all head to bed and stuff, I'm going to spend some time talking to Ellerit.
Okay.
Sure.
And I'm going to go to whatever I can to see what I can find out about Eric, despite the fact that that I don't speak Elvish.
Oh, Theo, you're so cute.
Good luck to you. Godspeed, you magnificent bastard.
I'm just gonna take a cloak, wrap it around myself, look fucking shady as fuck, and just hang out in alleys.
And like the noble I am, I'll be at home.
Because I'm a nice person, and despite the fact she shit talks me all the time, I also shit talk her, so it's fine, but it's just very rare when I shit talk her.
It's because you know I could hurt you.
No, it's not. While I doubt I would win in a fight, I know I could probably do significant damage.
We should test that sometime. Just like next time we do a long rest, you and I should just battle it out for
A sparring match, just. I'm sick of you talking shit to me.
I'm sorry, my friend, but like you were throwing insight checks, and freaking the only thing you damaged is your own ego.
Wow.
True, but also I don't have proficiency in insight, so take that.
Okay, fair enough.
And secondly, I have proficiency in medicine and religion for some reason.
Which I already have.
Exactly.
Nice.
Also performance, that's also there.
Which I wish I had.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of like knock on Ellerid's door that night.
I freaking yes. What is it?
Well, I just wanted to properly introduce myself. We didn't get much of a chance to speak earlier.
Sure. Come in.
Oh, they've just gone to talk. Well, my name is Severine Givate, and we have travelled here to all pursue our own different goals, and we're glad to have you along.
I'm quite thankful for that. My name is Ellerid Himarius, a hereditary alchemist, and with a little bit of mysticism on the side.
Mysticism. Care to elaborate?
Well, excuse me. I kind of like, get down here, stop freaking floating above the fucking lamp. And down floats a small, on top of my head floats a small like quasi dragon. He just like lands there and sits there, poking me with his tail.
What a handsome pseudo dragon that is.
Yep.
What's its name?
This little fella? I call him Gasper. He's been with me as much as since I was 16, maybe. It was like tagging along to me, just like somehow found himself into my family's home and was bugging me until we got along, I guess.
Oh, well, maybe I could introduce you to Nuodai, and I extend like my hand out with like robes, and a little snake kind of slithers out the end of the robes.
Oh, yeah, I thought I saw something when we talked to that guy. Nice. Okay.
Oh, well, if you're interested in poison, I could be of more help than Nuodai here.
I mean, I look for the sources of that.
Yes, I am a source.
You? I'm
Can
sorry.
you pass me a flask or something?
Quickly, she's like, looks around the room, looks around his stuff. 1 second. Do I have an empty flask or something? I mean, I have an empty of ink that I used, so might as well.
Okay. So you see that Severine kind of opens her mouth up, and some fangs appear, and she holds the beaker up to her mouth, and she casts poison spray into the beaker.
Whoa.
I tend to keep my true nature hidden, but you see, I am a pure-blood Yanti, so I do actually come from a hereditary line of snake-like people.
Well, I guess there's something really common between us. Yeah, kind of like his hands shake a little bit as he accepts the vial of poison and like corks it with something and stores it away for later use. I'm gonna mark that down. Vial of
Jerry's gonna be like, "Where'd you get this poison?"
Yeah. I throw my vial of poison. What?
What
Well,
vial of poison?
I really
I'll be like, "Oh no, I wrote it down. Don't worry, guys."
well, I really appreciate you like sharing the secrets so outwardly. It's like I don't believe. I mean, there is some prejudice against your race, isn't there? As far as I'm aware, I'm
Yes,
not on that side.
I'm
I mean,
afraid so, but I believe that if we're going to be traveling together, that it would be better if you knew. How interesting.
yeah, kind of the thing with my family. We all kind of like to, well, I don't know how to explain it without it sounding like some sort of an innuendo. I guess your friend is already rubbing off on me. Basically, it's a point of contact with a certain being that is willing to provide when need arises.
I did sense some kind of magic around you. When you say being, you wouldn't be happening. You wouldn't happen to be mentioning a patron of sorts.
Could be, could be. He puts the eye patch back on. It could be seen that he is not comfortable revealing that to anyone. Basically, could be, could be. You could say that. You wouldn't be wrong.
It's fine. I definitely don't judge. I have made such an arrangement myself, with one who lends me their power. So I guess you could say we really are quite alike.
True, and well, I'm somewhat glad to find such, well, similarities between us. It would make for like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I guess maybe since we are not so different, there may be less points of disagreement between us in the future. I have noticed that your party is rather a chaotic bunch.
Yes, I believe that I would be, I suppose, referred to as the moral compass of the group. But it's okay. I'm sure that we'll all achieve what we need to in the coming weeks, months, and years, so long as we work together.
I mean, to be honest, I came into this city with like 10 gold to my name, and I went out with 1,000 without even lifting a finger. I am like, I don't know what I did to deserve it. Kind of thankful. And not to say I have any goals in particular, I was hoping to find out what that letter was about. But all things considered,
Well,
might as well stick around you.
yes, I wouldn't be too disheartened yet. Our friend Adela is also searching for someone who has been stolen from her, and we haven't found any concrete leads just yet. So I'm sure that something will turn up eventually, and we just keep pushing on.
Agreed.
And with that, she's gonna like kind of smile and head off.
It's been nice talking with you.
And
Have a good night.
you too. See you in the morning. And yeah, for Jerry and Theo, we basically just had an RP between myself and Ellerit.
Cool. So did y'all go your separate ways and go to bed?
Yep.
All right. So you wake up in the morning, and
Wake up in the morning.
jeez. What do you all do? So you were sleeping in the same place you were last time, second floor in the guest bedrooms. And oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just heading to the dining room, kind of hoping for breakfast.
Okay. And you all walk into the dining room. Severine, Adela, and Ello.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all sitting around the dining room, and something seems off.
Where's Theo?
Where is Theo?
What is Theo? I'm kidding.
When is
Here's
Theo?
something
Why is Theo?
Yeah, why? Why is a
And I
good
have-
one?
All the fucking time.
Because Theo, alright? That's the answer to that.
Now we're gonna be fucking stuck in this city.
Well, I'm gonna kind of have a bit of a wander around, see if I can track down Eris.
Okay, so you wander around, and you have no problem finding Eris. He is up in his study, of course. Or in his bedroom, rather, which is also his study.
Eris, have you seen Theo?
Why, no, I haven't seen him. The last I saw him was when you were all here.
Huh, well, he hasn't come down to breakfast.
Huh. Do you know where he might have went?
Perhaps somewhere he shouldn't have, but I was hoping not. Well, regardless, thank you. We'll be heading out soon. Have you had any luck with the items?
I have. As a matter of fact, my assistant brought them back early this morning. It appears that she was out all night getting these items for you. Now, I know it's not exactly what you wanted, but here you go. And he hands you a Rod of the Pact Keeper +2.
Oh.
And as... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, go.
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna take it and be like, oh, thank you. That's most welcome.
Of course.
Does he hand her a second one any perchance?
He does not.
Excuse me, I given 500 gold for that.
Oh, did you ask for one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so he hands you a Rod of the Pact Keeper +1.
I have
And
that.
he says, unfortunately, they only had one of the extra ones. I do apologize.
It's okay. And
Power?
And so, yes, for you, he hands you. So roll an Arcana check.
Okay, if I must.
Yeah, he hands you a Pearl of Power.
Oh, motherfucker.
And as far as you can tell, it is a normal Pearl of Power.
I attach it onto my little brooch that's in my hair. That's a starfish.
can I make an Arcana check?
Nope.
An Arcana check?
Are you going to attune to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna attune to it.
Okay. So you go to attune to it, and it takes you a couple minutes. As you are attuning to the item, you learn of its abilities. And you figure that this is a relatively normal Pearl of Power.
Mm-hmm.
However, you sense that there is some deeper magic involved in this particular pearl.
Okay.
And you don't know quite what it is, but you definitely sense that there's more to it than it appears.
I ask Eris about it because he's the one who bought it. What's going on with this pearl? It feels like there's a deeper well of power or something.
And he looks at you and he says, yes, I was able to score quite a deal with this one. I was informed that this particular Pearl of Power is called a Cerulean Pearl of Power. It is a slightly more powerful version of the Pearl of Power. They are said to be gifts from Saloon herself.
I fucking cry. Salt water? I don't know.
Salt water?
Oh my god.
Can you cry something else?
Blood?
Oh, shit.
I can make that happen.
Look at the hole. Chill.
I don't know what it does, and he doesn't really know what it does, but that it's more powerful.
Well, to be quite honest, there's not many of them. I was fortunate enough that the merchant that I got this from didn't even know what he had. Fortunately, my assistant is fairly well versed in arcane knowledge, and so she was able to pick up on it.
I asked if I might be able to query his assistant.
Yes, if you must. She should be in the common room.
And then I head to the common room.
Do I also get the, 2 bags of holding so that I can give the other one to Theo?
Yes.
Okay, cool. There's nothing fucking whack about these.
3 bags of holding.
They're
Okay,
normal
I
bags of
got
holding.
1 too.
Oh, okay. Everyone got one, but I've got 2. One for Theo.
Also, would he give my amulet of the drunkard to one of them? I guess. I'm not.
I wonder if it's one of your voice, Aunt. Makes me think you're in trouble.
Did you have the...
Didn't we go for the amulet and the bags of holding to a specific merchant like not Ares?
Also, Anne, you don't get shit. You're not there. Sorry, what?
Who doesn't get shit? What?
Theo.
Theo. Yeah.
I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, he has it, but you don't.
Well, would he give it to one of them is what I'm asking.
Oh, probably not.
Okay.
So only give them to Theo. Got it.
So, Della, would you like to go talk to his assistant?
Yeah, I just want to ask her if she knows about, like, what she knows about Pearl.
So, is that what you asked her? What do you know about this? What do you know?
No,
What do you know about this?
no, I'm gonna like thank her. I'm really thank you so much
Give me your
for
knowledge.
finding this. And Eris said that you have such a keen eye for items like this, and that this stood out to you. And what do you know about it that made you decide that it was worth getting?
Well, this particular pearl is said to be a creation of the Divine Entity Saloon. It is said that this pearl gains power as it is used.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
By the way, I don't know her name, the assistant of Eris, but have you seen Theo?
I have not seen him since I left to go retrieve these items.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your help, and then I'd go back.
Well, we'd better go track down Theo.
I think he
Does
went
anyone know?
back to the town. I think he went back to that place. I told him that it was a bad idea, but I have a feeling that he was heading there, and we better go collect him wherever he is.
Probably a good idea. Well, let's head over.
I mean,
Do you mind coming, Elo? We might need some backup.
I'm coming. Do you know what district of the city he went to?
Yeah, like the super shady part of
Cliffside.
Oh, goody.
Cliffside, yeah.
The part of town where we have had interactions with the less than reputable members in the past.
Okay, well, I don't know that city much, so tell me when we arrive there, and then I might do something.
Sure, it's the big one.
Like, I know which one is the big one in here.
We start walking, there's a big city. I'm like, that's the one.
I mean, the shady part. Do we arrive at the shady part?
So you start walking there, and you get about halfway into the city, and you come across Theo.
Oh, that was easy.
What is he okay? What's going on?
He appears to be okay. Theo?
None of them started talking to me, so I'm just walking, and I'm not rolling a perception to see if I see them. I'm just gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna call out. Yeah.
You were at breakfast.
So big news. I think I found who might be keeping Eric.
Who?
They are called the Order of the Dragon. And they talk about executing him as his family refuses to pay.
How much are they asking for?
I did not get that and I tried
No,
to find out where their location may be, but perhaps we can expand upon the Order of the Dragon part.
Yeah.
Pretty generic name, though. They sure like empathy.
They didn't specifically say his name. They said A human, a noble of the human kingdom.
Yeah, that checks out. That sounds like him.
Sounds like a lot of people.
Man.
But
Making a lot of assumptions there, Theo.
I didn't make any assumptions, okay? Calm that
Do
down.
we-
gave me.
Do we know where this order holds court?
I would also describe to them the embroidery.
Okay. Are you asking me?
Uh,
No, not you. No, Sabrina, are you asking me?
Asking Theo.
what about them?
Where the fuck are they?
I just said I tried to find out. I couldn't find out.
I
They
see.
didn't let that slip.
So let me get this straight. You basically wandered through the night, through the shadiest district of the city, and listened to some random guy spout shit about the Order of the Dragon.
Well, to be
Which is, my
fair,
fact, the most generic name one could pick for an order.
one of them at the table put their hood up and disappeared. I believe it to be a cloak of, what was it called, Jerry?
Huh?
The cloak that the dude had.
I have no idea. I rolled really low on intelligence IRL. I think it's Cloak of Shadows.
Yeah, Cloak of Shadows. It's what I believe it to be. So I'd wager that that this is pretty spot on. To be fair to me,
But, like, we could assume they were having you on.
I think I was pretty stealthy. Also, I found a really good drink that you might want to give Eric when you find him.
Is it salt water?
It was not. It was this delicious melon banana strawberry thing. It was so good.
Was there alcohol?
No, there was not. I promised you I wouldn't drink.
How tall are
Dang.
you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay, I go on my tippy toes and I kiss your head.
Oh.
Thank you. And then I go immediately to. Well, I'm hope Seb would go too, but I want to go talk to Eris about it before we leave.
Okay.
I'll follow. I haven't gotten sleep tonight, have I? How
Nope.
close am I to
Nope.
exhaustion?
We're going on a boat. You're going to be able to sleep there.
Right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, right, Jerry?
Sure, yeah, fingers crossed.
You sure
Fingers
you
crossed,
don't?
there's no krakens.
No, just demon sharks.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to stick around and try to find?
The only reason he does this is because I can talk to regular sharks.
It's not true. I did it one time to try and kill the turtle you were riding on.
And it didn't work out.
It did not.
Although he could give us a dragon turtle boat, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I would go talk to Eris about the Order of the Dragon.
Okay. So what do you say to him exactly?
I would knock politely, and then enter when he beckons me in.
Also,
Okay.
the symbol of the Order of the Dragon is a golden dragon wrapped around a sword.
What? The symbol of a dragon cult is a dragon? No
Yeah.
way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But they might not have known about the sword. Who knows? It might have just been a dragon perch.
It's been uncovered.
I would go in, and then I would ask him. I might have found out some information about Eric, but I don't know what it means. Would you be able to assist me in possibly delving deeper into these factions?
Also, I'm here. Do you have my stuff?
Hi. Give me my shit.
Classic Theo.
Yeah. I'm tired, man. I just spent a whole night out trying to find out shit and whatnot. And So she was like, "Oh, I'm so depressed," and I was like, "I don't like to see her depressed. Like, that's not fun for me. I'd rather her just keep shit talking me than be depressed." So I was like, "Fuck it."
Aw.
So Adela first.
Yeah.
So at the mention, oh my gosh, sorry, at the mention of the dragon cult.
Order of Dragons.
I
Yes.
actually never mentioned it yet, but
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No, I said, can you help me further delve into these factions? I didn't actually say the Order of the Dragon.
Oh, well, in that case, he's going to look at you and go, "What factions you require assistance with?"
Order of Dragons.
I'm you. I will fucking end you. This is my shit.
Thea, Bree, Adela, Adela. Don't start with me. I'm exhausted.
Also, who's Bree?
I don't know.
Are you cheating on her?
I'm drunk. I'm not drunk.
You're
I'm
drunk?
tired. I'm tired. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk is the problem. I'm too sober. I'm tired. It was only like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I got red, tired. And how I
Then go to bed.
Tired.
Yeah, then shut up and go to bed.
Yep, that's what I get for being useful.
No, you were super useful. You're just super unuseful right now.
I'm just gonna collapse on the floor.
Okay, and while he's
Fair enough.
and making like sleeping / whatever noises.
Jesus.
Ela just opens the door, grabs the legs of Theo, and drags him out of the room.
Anyway, do you know of any factions that I don't know anything about it, but all I know is that someone saw or potentially saw someone who looked like Eric who had a golden dragon symbol. And I just want to know what you know about them.
A golden dragon symbol, you say? Well, I am familiar with the Order of the Dragon. Their symbol is known to consist of a dragon, of course.
Okay, and what do you know about them?
Well, they're an ancient society that was founded around keeping the dragon safe back in the time when they were hunted for honor and fame. They tasked themselves with preventing the extinction of the dragons, and they seem to have done relatively okay, considering there are still dragons.
Is there any reason that they would be stealing and ransoming?
Not that I can think of. I have heard of different area or different sects of this order that has broken off, and instead of simply protecting dragons, they have begun to worship them. I suppose you could roll an Arcana check.
Because I'm so good at them.
And I need him to do.
Yeah, somebody still did it, even though McKean isn't here.
Okay, so he says, I suppose that if one of those sects were to break off and worship, say, red dragons, that I guess it's possible that they may become less than good.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Just to see.
part of the order.
Just to see like if he knows more.
Oh, that's a good insight check.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. You need to see
Dude,
a
it's still
doctor.
going.
You need to see a doctor, mate.
Yeah. I would.
No, Google said if it's more than 2 days. So your insight, as far as you can tell, he is telling the truth.
I nod and I thank him graciously for his generosity, and then I bow before I go out.
Then he looks at you and says, please do not bow before me. I am not royalty.
I'm not like bowing, like that head nod thing that they like.
Oh.
You know how they kind of little bows? Like, it's respectful.
Also,
Gotcha. I know what you mean.
Ask him where one sect might be located.
I don't think he's gonna know, but I mean, I will. I guess.
I
Jerry-
tried. Okay.
Jerry, on the second day you will die. I hope you understand that.
That's not how that works.
It's exactly how that works in your situation.
I guess before I'd be like, oh, and one more thing, as I hear Theo's voice in my head. Do you know where any of these sects that have broken off tend to locate themselves?
Well, I don't know about the broken off sects. Those are more of a rumor than anything. However, the original order used to be based out of the Cogs.
Where's that?
The Cogs is an area underneath Evithir. It is the lowest part of the city, and it is not home to many creatures. It is part of the Underdark. But directly beneath the city, they used to gather there and had, or rumors, used to have a mission center.
Thank you so much for your kindness.
Anytime. I will tell my source that I will mention this to him and see if he knows any more about this than I do.
I appreciate it. And then I go and I tell everyone else what I found out.
Okay.
Theo was useful.
Theodore, you are in your room, you are sleeping. I literally dragged you there and tucked you in.
Mm-hmm.
You did a good job.
They stopped.
Congratulations!
Thanks. I haven't had one in like a minute and a half now. I'm so happy.
Aww.
I've been hiccuping for like 3 hours.
Don't jinx it.
My poor DM.
Our poor DM.
I've been unable to form complete sentences.
Well, now you're free.
I thought you were just thinking about what you were saying. Really.
No, I was hiccuping. I'm hiccuping like I was hiccuping like 40 times a minute. It was ridiculous.
Oh, your rib cage must hurt.
It does. And surprisingly, my back.
Your back?
I don't fucking know.
Did those hiccups blow your back out? Jesus.
Possibly.
Jerry became older with each hiccup.
It's like Gareth and the Ghost.
It's revenge for Gareth and the Ghost. Karma.
Instant fun.
No, it's not instant. That shit happened like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, so what do y'all do?
Spend a day so I can not be exhausted and get this last negative out of the way. Spend a day chilling.
I mean, you could, sleep on the boat. So
Actually,
it's
Are we
definitely
still
going to.
going on the boat?
If you go on the boat,
I feel like since we have a definite lead now.
I feel like we should go. And then if it doesn't work out, at least I can say that I tried, and then, I don't know.
Return, sir.
As asleep as I am, you will hear Theo's mind. No. You will
I didn't
hear the
hear
words,
nothing.
words of Theo in the back of your head. Nah,
I
don't
will.
be sad.
I think that
promise,
Theo
Theo.
and I should, after he sleeps, go out and try to find some like drow elves if we can.
Okay.
No, because like they're more likely to be coming from the Underdark, aren't they?
Truth.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
wait.
yes, but they're. Sure.
What race were the people who were talking?
What?
The people who were talking at the table when I found out about the human that might be executed.
With your 11 perception check?
I got a better perception check, to be fair, at some
I
point.
don't remember what they were for.
I had a 21 perception at one point.
Anyways, you were able to tell that they are quite large. However, they have their face covered. But what little you could see, you saw gray and green skin on different people, not gray and green. Gray on one, green on the other. They appeared to be very muscular.
So it's either
Drow
a
elves.
bunch of Goliath and orc and half orc or orcs or hawk or goblins, just fairly large goblins.
A bunch of drow elves stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Furiously
It could
writing
be
notes.
anything. It could be anything. I
Bunch of
didn't.
Duergar.
I think that was just a inner monologue.
Great
He was
address.
dreaming, thinking like, what race were those people?
You know, the normal
Probably
thing.
a bunch of mind flayers, surely.
No, we've already encountered those.
Yeah, they like me. Yeah,
The
a good
fuck?
time off my brain. I'm here. I'm not here.
Now I
I'm
can't
asleep.
understand why you perform like you perform.
Sev, would you be okay delaying our mission?
Yeah,
Seven's
well,
not here. Oh.
I mean, yeah, I said back ages ago. I've just been listening. I'm eating. Well, I suppose to get access to the academy anyway, we're going to have to be a little bit more reputable with magic. So I'm happy to invest some more time
Yeah.
and to help you, of course.
Thanks, Sev. Secondary.
No, she would have led with that. It was more like because you asked specifically as well, like, are you okay with that? So it's like that would be her like, oh, that's why I'm okay with it, but also it's because it's helping you.
Okay.
Keep digging that hole.
Yeah, just shit talks Theo for all the shit he does. He ends up helping you. No,
I'm lawful good, I swear. I'm not selfish.
lawful neutral just went out for an entire night, risked an entire ass beating to death. Just, okay.
Alignment doesn't matter.
I think it does.
It did for the Ilmater Septo.
It's a
Does-
guideline.
I gotta
does for
admit, I
Garrus.
was very disappointed when I couldn't attune to it.
Don't worry, it was disappointing when I could only hold on to it for 2 days and didn't get to cast a single spell out of it.
I mean, you had the opportunity to definitely attack people with it. You just
Yeah,
didn't take
okay, but I also didn't have, 5,000 gold's worth of materials to cast the high level spells anyway, so.
True.
Does Meteor Storm cost money to cast?
What would I possibly have a need to cast Meteor Storm on?
So,
Well, see, this is why Chaotic Evil is better than Lawful Good.
I'll remember that.
I've played a chaotic evil, and I've had an amulet of whatever it is, the evil thing.
Can we like please stop the genitalia measuring contest?
That was such a formal way to say that.
That was.
Meanwhile, in America, can we just stop this fucking dick measuring contest? God.
One, he's in Australia. First off.
Yeah, I'd say put your cocks away, cunts. Let's get back to it.
Three different ways to say it. All the same meaning.
So
Anyway, I'm going to turn to Adela and be like, what do you want to do? You lead the way.
I mean,
I'm asleep as fuck.
Yeah, Theo sleeps, but I think I'd kind of take Sev. And I don't know, I really, really feel like we need to figure out who is down there or more about Gold, the Order of the Dragon. And I'm wondering if your book friend, your arcane friend, could help us.
Perhaps.
Also, were they speaking Common or Dwarvish?
They were speaking Common.
Okay. The establishment I was in was Dwarvish.
So I think while Theo is sleeping, Sev and I would go to the book guy because he would probably know more about like the arcane happenings that are around and kind of see what he knows about like, the Order of the Dragon.
Okay. So you all go to the magic shop, and what do you say when you get there? Of course, as you walk in, he starts freaking the fuck out. I'm so glad you're back. I haven't gotten anything new since you've been here. It's only been a day, but I still got all of these awesome scrolls. 1st level, 3rd level, 4th level, all the way up to 6th level. What do you want?
We were actually wondering if we could perhaps query you about some local information.
Ah, well, you've come to the right place. I know everything about this place. I've been here for years. This is perfect. What do you need? It'll cost you, of course.
And how much will it cost me for a simple conversation?
Ah, well, for a simple conversation, I suppose that would be free, but for any information, information costs.
Can I insight this guy to see if he even knows shit
Yeah, sure.
before I hand him my gold? Motherfucker.
Yeah, sure. He's great.
I start taking out gold in front of Sev.
All right.
Sev,
Please. Save.
do you think we should just pay him?
Look, I'm going to turn to him and I'm going to be like, why don't you answer the fine lady's questions and we can see how much the information is worth.
Well, see, you guys have all these big weapons on you, and I'm just not sure that, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just have the conversation, then you could take off without me. I mean, I'd be powerless to stop it, so I think it's better if I get the gold up front.
Not to be the one pointing out the obvious here, but I mean, if we were to give you the money first, then there's nothing to stop us from taking that either. You have to have some faith.
Was that a threat?
No.
Of course not.
I feel like a threat. I'm feeling very threatened. I think you should leave.
Oh, God.
I have been
for 2 minutes.
Theo, you're asleep.
You are asleep.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking as me. I left for 2 minutes.
I have been coming here for, several weeks now, and I wouldn't dream of threatening you. I'm just saying that is a possibility. So what you're saying doesn't make sense.
I just think it's right to secure payment before the goods are produced.
Well, how much payment? You have to be specific.
Let's say 25 gold.
Not bad a price.
What
Not good
about
a price, but it's not bad a
20?
price.
That seems a lot more.
You could buy a very pricey bottle of wine.
We bought 500 gold worth of items, which I still haven't got much.
Yes.
I suppose I could do 20.
Okay, I hand him 20 gold.
Okay. And he sits there and he's counting it while you're having the conversation over and over and over.
What race is he?
He appears to be a elf.
Okay.
However, one thing you notice about him is he is relatively short. He's only about 4'11".
I'm only an inch taller than him, so he's normal sized.
I mean, for an elf.
I would ask him about the golden dragon symbol and about the people who use the golden dragon symbol.
Okay, and as soon as you ask about that, he runs over to the door, shuts the door, locks the door, and closes the windows. And he walks back over to you and says, "Where did you hear about this?"
Me.
I just heard some gossip on the street.
You should not mess with the Order of the Dragon. They are very dangerous. I do not want to see harm befall you.
Dangerous? How?
They are mercenaries.
For who? What do they mercenary for?
It is said that they make their primary income by capturing those who have riches and ransoming them back.
Okay.
As I believe, the Order of the Dragon was established to protect the dragons.
The Order of the Dragon was, yes.
Do they still hold true to those values?
The Order of the Dragon, as it once was, no longer exists.
So they have no interest in dragon.
My understanding is they are fragmented. They have no centralized structure. They are what they are. Where they used to be scattered across the realm and protected dragons, they are now essentially, at least here in Evithir, they are essentially a cartel.
Right, well.
Where can we...
What do they typically sell if they're a cartel?
People, weapons, drugs, everything you could think of. They've even been known to bribe public officials to vote for certain laws and expand their power, or to pay a certain jailer to release them. Or they're quite organized in terms of the city level. Same thing that goes for drugs in real life, relatively.
Oh, the cocaine that Theo would do. I'm kidding.
Does cocaine make you talk in your sleep?
It might be heroin. I'm not really sure.
I know that they hang out in the cogs. Do you know anything about where they are, or what the cogs look like, or how they're formed at all?
Well, the cogs are formed by magma that has cooled over time. They are essentially connected caverns. To be quite honest, I've never been down there.
Cool, so it's a dungeon. I gotcha. Okay, is there anything else you can tell me about them that might be useful in my travels?
Only that in the times that they were protecting dragons, it was said that the dragons imparted some of their gift onto them. I don't know exactly what that means, but if scholars are to be believed, dragons used to possess fairly powerful magic, and still do, of course.
Well,
Seems like a boss fight.
throw him the other 5 gold and thank him for his...
Alright, and he takes the gold and he runs behind a counter and opens a safe and throws it all in there and kind of looks really happy.
And then I think I'd get going. go to wake Theo up.
Theo's just happy that he was useful to his party for once instead of being a burden.
Do we want to head down there?
Down where? Also, I need to get my shit from him.
Oh, I mean, we catch you up. So.
Still getting my shit, Cherry. Where's my shit?
You have it.
You have it on your person.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so I
with
should
you.
have a bag of holding.
So, should we head down there? I have an uncomfortable feeling that what he was mentioning about the dragon's magic. Do I need to roll something here? Because I feel like I know what it is with meta knowledge, but would I understand that having, knowledge of like warlock patrons and also like, the Yanti background of the race? Would I just know, or should I roll that?
You'd probably have a general idea.
Okay. Then I will mention that what he was probably referencing was that the dragons have probably instilled their lineage into dragon soul sorcerers.
I mean, it's generally assumed that dragons, I mean, they can do what they want. They probably, like, instilled their lineage into a lot of...
It's gross. I don't need to
Gross,
think about.
I agree.
I don't need to
Draconic-
think about a
Draconic
dragon
magic does
trying
not
to get it on with a dwarf. It's not what I just.
Draconic magic does not necessarily have to come from sexual relations, you realize.
It comes
God.
from
I mean, it's...
They can give them a boon of magic.
similar to
Or they can turn themselves into their... polymorph themselves into the preferred race.
Why are you on this dragon sex thing, man?
You brought it up!
Are you sure you're not a bard?
I literally mentioned
know,
what
am I
we
a
might be
bard?
facing,
You tell me.
and then you guys... Oh my god.
I didn't mention anything. He started it. This is not my
You
fault.
rubbed up on
For
me, goddammit.
For once, it's not my fault. Thank you. Let me ride my high of... Well, also I have 69 silver. Nice. Anyway. That was me talking, by the way. The 69 silver part was me. Anyway. Theo has a shit. It's good to go. Ready to pummel some heads if necessary.
I mean, sure, let's go down there.
Adela,
Whatever
this
there
is
might
your
be.
journey. You lead the way.
It's
Yeah.
not my journey.
Guess we go down there.
Okay. How do you get down there?
I don't
Do we
know.
know how to get
I
down
don't
there?
know how to get
Let's
down.
ask Eris how to get down there. Seems quite knowledgeable and shit like that.
I guess we go to Eris. I don't really know what to do here, guys. I don't know the city any better than you do.
I know.
Same.
Just what you
We all don't know the city.
giving you the lead because it's your boyfriend that we're saving.
It's a team effort. It's a friend.
It's a boyfriend. The way you talk about him is more than a friend. Don't lie to yourself, lady. Come on. Be honest with yourself. How do you feel about him?
I think we should talk to Eris.
I see that
dodge.
blush in the
Good
corner of
dodge.
your cheek.
Good dodge.
You don't, because I have scales and I'm slimy, bitch.
You're secreting more slime than usual. I can see
Jeez.
it.
I'm fucking dead. I give up. True resurrection.
You can hide from me, but you can't hide from the truth.
Or can I? I feel like that's all Adela ever does, but
I don't think she's stealthy enough to hide from anything. Especially the truth.
I guess we would go to Eris and we would ask him about the cogs and how one would get down there.
Okay. So you head back to Eris.
A lot of town jumping today.
Do what?
A lot of around the town jumping today.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had a night, so
Just doing
started off like that.
So you go back to Eris, and I'm assuming you ask him how you can get down into the cogs.
Yeah, and like what the cogs are actually meant for and like how they're set up and stuff. Like I wouldn't make it obvious that I was asking specifically for the golden dragon, but I would, or the dragon
Order.
or the dragon. But I would just kind of like ask him about the cogs and that kind of thing.
Okay. So you go back and ask him, and he tells you that the way to get to the cogs is a little-known entrance on the far south side of the cliffside area of Evithir. And he warns you to be careful going through the cliffside area because it is dangerous.
I also alert him that due to some personal reasons regarding Eric, we are going to be delaying the trip a couple of days just to give him a heads up, but that we are very serious about the mission and will continue to serve him going forward.
And he looks at you fairly disappointed, and he says, I had hoped for more, to be honest, but do you know how long the delay will be?
I don't, but I don't imagine it would take more than a few days. If it is, I will do my best to send word to you to let you know. But the second that I am free, me and my team will be on your servitude.
Very well.
If it takes more than 3 days, you can take our pay, the 25 gold from the week. How about that?
Well, if it takes more than a few days, I would hope you would expect that.
Of course. And then I guess we to the far south side of the cliff.
And so you go down into the south side of the cliff, and you enter the cogs. So on the south side, you find a very narrow and treacherous path leading down into the the floor below the city. You're able to pass it with some difficulty. It's very rocky, and every step you take, rocks are falling, and you're kind of sliding all over the place. But you make it down, and you enter the cogs, and it is pretty much what the mage store owner described. It is an area that has been formed by magma cooling, so the floor itself is very sharp and jagged along with all of the other surfaces that make it up. And the ceiling is made of rock. It's got, stalagmites hanging, are those on the top? Stalagmites? Hanging down from the top, and the top roof looks like a fairly normal cave.
What's the light situation?
The light, it's pitch black.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I consistently cast light on my little starfish brooch, so that's
okay.
not a problem.
And I have dark vision, so
you walk down into this cave, or into the Underdark, and you're presented with kind of two paths. One, you can look down, and it seems like it leads to a wide open room or area. And the other appears to be a much narrower path.
Can I see if there's any footsteps that I can see or any markings that I can see?
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm not good at those either.
Not great, but still good.
All right. So you are able to see a fair amount of foot tracks leading to the path on the left.
Where the room is.
Yeah, big room. Or big area, at least. So for reference, the area that you're standing in is about 10 meters by 20 meters, give or take. So it's a fairly small area.
And I don't see anything within the room.
You do not. It's about 70 to 80 feet back, you would guess. It exceeds your dark vision.
Oh, I mean, like, I guess we'd start walking towards it and just keeping eyes peeled for any traps or anything like that.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
My passive perception's higher, though.
What's your passive perception?
Do we all need to roll perception, though?
Nope, just one of you. So off in the... You have light cast on you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so off in the distance, you are able to see what appears to be two orcs standing in the distance.
I would quietly alert the rest of my party, and then I would also bring Theo up and kind of like ask him if that is similar to the race that he saw at the bar, which sounds racist to me.
Everything talking about race in Dungeons and Dragons sounds racist. It's never gonna be good.
Is it?
Do they resemble Bia?
They do.
No. Those orcs.
Oh, they be dumb, but they be strong.
I'm surprised I got close to them, to be fair.
How, well, since, Adela has light cast, but are they holding any torches or that kind of thing?
They are not.
Wait, do orcs have dark vision or something?
Yes, they do.
They definitely do.
I am going to...
dark vision, but like, isn't dark vision and blind sight are different things?
Yes, they are different things.
I'm gonna tell...
some light in there. Right? I'm gonna look it up, actually.
I'm gonna tell Adela to extinguish her light.
I would detract my light from my starfish.
Okay. So the light has gone out.
I'm blind.
I still have dark vision.
I use it as an excuse to put my hand on Sev.
Ellerit removes his eye patch and literally he now freaking wears the freaking thing. He has the what's the name? That thing. Complete darkness, both magical and non-magical. See everything in.
Okay.
I am ready.
Let me get you vision.
Can I have some vision too?
Oh, do you not have vision?
I should.
No,
not have
the whole
vision,
screen is
to be
black.
fair.
The whole screen is black.
I think you gave vision to the wrong people because I see.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, how did that... Oh god, why? Every time.
Because.
Sev, how long have you not had vision? Your default token doesn't have vision.
I don't know. I never have it.
I
I have to tell you every time, so...
don't know why. I've saved your default token like 6 times. There you go.
Okay, now we're in.
All right, so I do apologize for the quality of the map. I don't know why Roll20 is doing that.
Seems fine to
doing
me.
it for my maps too.
Oh, does it look fine to y'all?
It looks
Yep.
fine to me.
Oh, it is
Specifically.
fucked up on my screen.
So are they looking in our direction?
They are not, no. Otherwise they would have seen you. You had light.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was, yeah. And we're within their dark vision radius too. I'm gonna kind of silently motion for everyone to come over here.
Okay. Everybody who wants to move over there, roll a stealth check.
Well, I'm not good at these either, guys.
Let's
That's not my work.
see.
Don't you roll with disadvantage?
I do.
Absolutely the fuck not. I do
Okay,
not do
actually-
that well.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
I'm so noisy.
Oh my goodness, we failed.
I am fucking dead.
terrible.
So I crash into Elo because I can't see anything.
And then he steps on my foot.
And Theo yells out, "Sweet mama!"
So, Theo.
Zoo-wee mama, Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
I should have stayed where I stayed.
roll
I
initiative.
had a plan
Nope, stay
too.
there.
I had a fucking whole plan.
Ah,
Don't
I
blame
don't,
us.
I don't
This
move
is,
anywhere.
this is just unfortunate. And this is unfortunate circumstances.
I just need you guys out of the way. I had a plan.
You know what? Fuck it. I've got 2
What
attacks.
the hell? What is this bullshit?
And I have 4 attacks and my
Adela, what
fists
is
are
this?
now magical.
Why do we all the same?
You know, I have this effect on Theo usually, but watch, Theo's gonna roll amazingly now.
It's not gonna happen.
Severine, it is your turn.
You've jinxed me.
I am holding my action to cast Toll the Dead on an enemy if one of my allies attacks them, and I'm going to cast it after.
Well, you're about to get that wish, hopefully.
Okay. You're going to cast it after one of your allies' attacks?
Yes.
Do you need line of sight for Toll of the Dead?
I can see that one, so I
Which one?
assume that one there.
There's rock between you and...
You can look at my token. Control L on my token. I can see it.
I know you can see it. That's because I was bad at dynamic lighting when I made this map.
Okay, fine. Then I will use my movement to come here, to go there, and now I'll fucking do it, alright?
Much better.
What?
Alright. Theo, it's your turn.
I'm going to this dude.
Okay.
Hey, man. So I just got these newly key-empowered strikes, and now my fists are magical. Not that you'd be able to tell, but I just...
What is this? An action? Oh my god. That misses.
I told you, Theo.
What?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was about to freak the fuck out like, nah, I gotta go. And then... Again?
That hits. Okay.
And then, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, because I haven't done it this time, I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows. And 1. I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 2.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I think... Oh, wait.
Is he still alive?
And...
Yeah.
Going to... dip back right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, you see that, Adela?
I don't have light, so no. It's dark.
What does your Toll of the Dead do, Serene?
It's a DC 17 Wisdom save. It will take 18 necrotic damage.
Yeah, they failed that.
Cool. 18 necrotic damage on him.
Okay.
Combo.
Oh, oops. Okay. It is now their turn. This one is going to run up to Theo,
Hi.
and he is going to make 2 great axe attacks.
Oh, these are big boys, Theo. Why?
How else am I supposed to hit people?
Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah, it does. Well,
Okay.
bracers of defense, but I couldn't. But they were rare, so I can't do that. So you're rolling publicly, man.
Yeah. That was only for bonus damage.
Oh, bonus damage. Yay.
Oh shit.
Bonus.
Oh, you killed me. He killed me. It's all gone, guys.
Really?
You
I
take
died.
44 points of damage.
That is all of my hit points.
What the fuck?
That is all of my hit points.
Excuse me?
That's almost all of my hit points.
That's like all of my hit points too.
Did he crit, Jerry, out of curiosity?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Last time he said, "Oh," he accidentally gave us a.
And he's
My
tanky
creature.
too, because he's taken 54 damage.
He critted and almost rolled max damage.
Hmm.
Okay, so anyways, that's his turn. Now we're going to move on to this guy. And
he hits me.
5, 10, 20, 25. And he is going to attack Theo. Or fuck, Severine, sorry.
I was about to say, this is unfair.
Disadvantage on the first attack from
Oh, okay. Nah, same roll. Does a 14 hit you, Severine?
That is my AC.
Okay. You take 18 points of slashing damage.
Woo.
And
Multi-class into druid at now.
and you see him as he goes to swing the second time, he almost loses his footing, but he's able to regain it. And Elliot, it is your turn.
Excuse me, you called me Elliot?
What's your name? Ellerit, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna see how the situation turned rather sour for... Well, should I save the living or the dead? That's the question. I mean, I'm gonna cast... You know what, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at this boy.
Which one?
At the one attacking Severin.
Okay, that missed.
Missed.
You get to shoot another one though, because you're level 5
Yep.
and above.
I'm gonna both of them. Wait, it's so 15 missed? What the? I am
You can shoot another. Yeah.
I am failing. That's it. We're dying here.
Your curse on me did go on to him.
Oh, right?
Is that your turn?
I mean, I have my movement still. Okay, I'm gonna try something. It's how much distance is between us? Okay, I'm gonna send out my familiar now. It's a not a quasi pseudo dragon.
Quetzalcoatl.
Is it a find familiar spell familiar?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Eldritch.
So I don't know if that's a token for him or...
No, not for a familiar.
Okay, so basically he's gonna like fly up to that orc that I tried to attack, and Elri's gonna command him to like try to sting him with a stinger, which is as far as I'm aware...
They can't attack.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Find
Familiars can't attack, yeah.
Yep.
Wait, they can't?
Nope.
No.
The fuck?
I think they can take any action except an attack action. If I'm
Yeah, they can do the help action or something, so you can give him disadvantage or advantage on the next attack against him, sorry. But yeah, they can't attack. Familiars from the spell because they're just spirits. They're not actual creatures.
Well, I'm not gonna do anything. That's my turn.
All right.
Advantage on my next attack with your familiar.
Adela, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna smack this one twice.
Okay. Nope.
Nope.
But you get another one now.
Yep, that hits. Double attack coming in clutch.
And then I'm also gonna healing word Theo.
I think that's a waste of a spell slot, personally, but yeah, it's just me.
Oh, Jerry says bullshit all the time.
We're gonna
Please
die.
help me.
All right, Theo, you're conscious.
I rolled min healing there. So.
I went in with the wrong character.
Don't worry, I'm about to drink some beer. Some ale from my flask. It's gonna be fine.
Is that your turn, Adela?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm also gonna scream and be like, "Hey, pick on me, you big buffoons!" To try to draw their attention into my turn.
Okay. Severine.
I'm going to kind of, as this guy's attacking me, Severine is going to kind of like whisper a suggestion at this orc and is going to say, why don't you take a nice long walk up above in the city? DC 17 wisdom save.
All right, and he failed.
So yeah, for the next 8 hours, as long as I concentrate, he will follow that effect.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Theo.
Up and at him. Would it be a bonus action to take a swig of my
Nope.
flask? Would be an action.
Yep.
You're gonna do it. Bonus actions.
You can get the fuck out.
Well, currently, if I take a sip of my flask right now, it would do a potion of healing for me. That would be great.
I mean, considering how much damage they did.
Yeah, no, I'd be fucked either way. Okay, getting up. Gonna try to hit him again.
My healing word to Theo, by the way, is be useful.
Gotta be useful again. And actually, remembering my promise, I would like, as I'm getting up, to like hit him in the back of the knee with my quarterstaff first.
Okay.
Try some 23 hit, and then when I'm fully standing up, I'm going to bring my quarterstaff down on him. Did it roll? No, I didn't. I didn't roll.
That hits.
And then I haven't.
You gotta, bro.
If I did, what do I have to do for stunning strike? Nah, it wouldn't work. They're fucking orcs. Their constitution is amazing. Fuck it. Flurry of blows.
Damn it,
So, and then I'm going to roundhouse. I want to back kick him. And like, I want to like back kick him and then like wrap the back of my my knee around his head, and then hopefully this hits so it's cooler. And then like when my the back of my knee is wrapped around his neck, I want to bring his head back into my knee.
Okay.
Into my other knee.
That misses.
That would have been so
Damn it, Della, when you ask for flavor, you get flavor.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's
You asked for flavor.
straight from the sauce packet right there.
You asked. I've.
Thank you, Theo. I appreciate it.
And then I'm going
Yeah, rest in peace, sweet child.
go back over here.
Okay.
And
What
that's my turn.
All right. So you are going to see this guy after being taunted by Adela. He is going to run up to her.
Oh god.
And he is going to make 2 great axe attacks.
I've seen fish bigger than you.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you gonna take that, dickhead?
I believe a 22 hits.
Barely.
Barely. And you take 18 points of slashing damage.
Christ almighty.
I feel fine.
And you take an additional 7 damage. And that is his turn.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to see this guy drop his axe.
Oh no. Whenever
And
somebody drops their main
he's
weapon
going to
is
walk away.
bad.
Anybody would like to?
As he does that, I'm going to say, don't hit him.
I'm not hitting him.
Okay. And he walks out.
Okay, so, well, seeing how my previous attacks have failed, might as well try again. Or actually, well, was that guy hit at all? Oh, I do believe he was hit by the guy, the monk.
Yes.
So yeah, let's try the lottery again. 16 or higher. Ooh, I do believe that hits. I do believe
the curse has
that
returned to me.
5 force damage, and I believe I can do it one time.
One more time.
That also hits.
Yep.
That is damn near what I rolled.
14. And I'm gonna move somewhere like to that side.
Okay. Adela.
I raise my greatsword and I try to play it off like I'm not hurt, but I am, so I miss. And then oh my god, what is with my shit rolls today? I'm just
Oh my god, your curse has gone on to you. No, it's because you're in front of Sev.
And then oh no.
The karma.
And
That's
then shut up, Jerry. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to Shield of Faith Theo.
The monk.
Yay, I get 18 AC for the first time in my life as a monk.
Severine, can you deal the final blow?
Oh, he's almost dead. I couldn't tell because he doesn't really have a thing.
You're spending.
So I'm going to Misty Step as a bonus action.
Okay.
And teleport over here.
All right.
And then I am going to.
And we've never seen Sev do this, so I'm just like.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, I have? Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the very first, or not the very first, but the dungeon where I met you, I did it at one point to chase after a goblin. And I'm going to firebolt this guy. 23?
That hits.
Nice.
Damn, and he is dead.
So I'd like to kind of, if it's like stylized for the kill, as I disappear in like this kind of eruption of mist, you guys are kind of watching where I disappeared, I guess, out of the corner of your eye, and then suddenly you just see the orc like keel over with the massive like charred like kind of blackened hole in his back, and you see like the fire still dancing around my fingertips.
I give you a thumbs up.
That was hot, pun intended.
I slap Theo upside the head and give him 10
I
layups.
receive a critical hit just because of that joke.
Theo, you get 10 healing.
Grazie. While I'm thankful for the heals, I don't like being slapped much.
And stop dying.
I didn't. Well, I did, but I didn't.
Shall we press on?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'd also like to take a drink of my flask so I can get 4d4 or 2d. I don't remember. Fucking amulet of drunkards shit.
Also, as usual, sacred flaming the corpse.
Okay.
Where is thing? 44 plus 4. Oh, it's a greater. Is it? No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Oh my
Maybe.
god.
While
Just
you
fucking
figure
get
that
through
out,
it.
let's just keep going.
14.
Nice.
28. Okay.
Some people are out of spell slot. I'm not.
I'm not even close to out of spell slots. I tap my
And-
pearl.
Surprisingly, I still have a lot of key points.
I'm gonna use. I know it's out of combat, but I can use an action, and I'm gonna regain my spell slot.
Using what?
Rod of the Packkeeper.
Okay.
Let you do it once per long rest. You can use an action to get a spell slot back.
Gotcha.
That's why you use them, man.
All right. So you turn the corner, and you see this guy standing there.
Who's this guy? Oh, that's that guy. I trust all of you with my life.
Who's that guy?
And he looks pretty beefy. He's wearing what appears to be like chainmail with a shield.
Keep giving. Good. Keep giving. Enemies probably have like the best constitution in the world, and I can't use stunning strike.
Do you still have light going?
Me? No, I turned my light off when we entered the cave or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need to roll initiative or they are not?
Not yet.
I
Good
can cast
job.
hold person if you want.
Through what?
What?
I can cast hold person if you guys want.
That would be an expanded use of a spell slot, which would.
I mean, I can regain it back with the Pearl of Power, so it's not that big of a deal.
There are some 2 other dudes beyond, as far as I can see.
I can't see, so.
Yeah.
Look, I could. I think that's a good idea. What I could do is, so that we can see, I could cast light onto his shield, so that he will either have to drop his shield or he will be illuminated, and then we could attack him.
Do you have to touch it to cast light on it?
I fucking do. Never mind.
Yeah.
I always forget about that part of light. Because I think of it like fairy fire, because it's a fucking dex as well.
I can run up and touch his shield and just be like, nice shield, mister, and cast light on it. But like...
No, it's all good. I mean...
With me right behind? With me right
no,
behind
it's fine,
you, just like, Annie?
I mean, you can just cast light on yourself if you want for the fight. I was just trying to think of a way to initiate the fight.
So I think that we're gonna try to get a surprise round on them by like blinding them with my light as I light up my entire body.
Do you want to hold off on that just for a second?
Yeah,
I would
what's
like
up?
to stealth
Um,
quick, see if this goes better. I'm gonna let Seth finish talking.
Yeah, I'm going to start a ritual cast, and try and like kind of let you all know, obviously, and be like, cover me, keep an eye out. This will take 10 minutes.
I am blind as a bat, but I will give you my best.
We couldn't have done the ritual before we went through the little corner thing. What is it for?
Well, I have to cast it with sight, so I kind of have to be here.
Okay.
So, Theo,
Yes, sir.
as you are discussing this, you get kind of distracted and start wandering, or not wandering, looking around. And you look down and you notice on the necklace that one of the 6 outside gems has illuminated.
Guys. Guys. Gonna go, Della.
Yes.
One of the gems on the thing that's inside of lit up.
I don't know what that means, Theo.
Gonna show her the amulet.
No, but I still don't
Christ,
know.
how horny can you be?
I mean, like,
worrying, don't you think?
this guy has. You have a gem in you. This guy has a gem in him. What is like? What's the problem?
You don't know if I have a gem in myself or not.
I don't know. I fucking attack him. Like, I don't know. What do?
Just axe him. Axe him.
Just stab me through the heart.
You get a surprise round.
Yeah, you do.
Cool. I don't want to attack him. I don't like it. I don't like the look of that. So
Wait, did I get to finish my fucking ritual or not?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you
God.
meant during battle. Like protect me during battle?
I cast on both of them. I
That's a
am
10-minute spell. She's casting it ritually. 10 minutes.
I don't know. I didn't know.
That's so many rounds.
That's so many rounds. By that moment, they could have already noticed.
I'll
an
break
attack.
my ritual, but yeah.
Sorry, I didn't fucking know, guys.
Oh man, I didn't touch the thing.
I feel like we probably would have been found out.
I mean,
Had a gem.
I got 10.16 initially.
it's I'm who gonna be saying I'm sorry, because if I throw some high initiative right now, which is unlikely, you're finna die.
That's fine.
Also,
Oh
I
god.
had 10.16. I had 10. Jerry. I just didn't
All
click
right.
my things before.
So he is surprised. So Adela.
Apparently, I did not select
Does a
my
20 hit?
Oh, what did you roll? Oh, 13.
Token.
13.11.
Also, I rolled 10.
Just edit it yourself.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wait, I can. I can't.
Okay, sorry, Elliot. Oh my
I
god.
can.
Whatever your Elo, go first.
Elo. Just call me Elo. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm gonna cast. Can I don't know what that creature is. Do I?
Probably not from that distance, but I'm gonna tell you, if you cast from behind Severine like that, he has cover.
There you are.
I mean, I'm not gonna cast it as if I'm not gonna cast like Eldritch Blast. Ooh, wait a second. Where's my spells? Where are my spells? I'm gonna cast. Just in order to preempt the incoming shitstorm that's gonna come from other tunnels, I'm gonna cast me some of this. And I'm gonna 20-foot radius sphere, which is gonna cover just in front of Adela, consuming that dude. I do believe I can do that. 1 second, I don't know how to freaking draw a shape.
I can draw it for you if you want.
I would appreciate that. Because
Okay.
no, on the dude.
Yeah, I know. I said to
exactly.
draw it and then move it.
Perfect.
Is that your turn?
I do I have my movement. I'm gonna move myself somewhere around fucking these parts. That's my turn.
Okay. Also, it's like that, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
A 20-foot radius, my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't read it. I was just like, 20 foot? Yep, cool.
All right.
Hunger Hadar.
Adela, go ahead and roll damage for that attack.
I'm divine smiting too, by the way.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that is 16 points of damage.
And then I'm gonna smack him again.
All right. Can you divine smite in oh shit. Never mind.
And I'm gonna divine smite this one too.
All right, that answers that question.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure because it just costs a spell slot.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not an action or anything. It can be tacked onto any attack,
Holy shit.
and it does stack with the
6.
nat 20 as well, which is good.
All right. Damn.
So that's my turn.
All right, Theo.
Yeah, it went back to regular.
Back to
It went back to 8. And that's besides the point. I'm going to attempt to smack him on the side of the head with her staff. And then grab the other end of my quarterstaff and slam it into him. Nope. My curse is returned.
those both.
Now that light is back on,
that's what
and
you get for poking your staff at the darkness.
now that the light is on and you can see me, Theo, you're all jumbled.
Oh yeah, he's in darkness. You should all be rolling with disadvantage.
Well, she rolled.
Who's in? No, what do you mean?
No, he is unseen attacker. Or whatever. Unseen defender.
Both of those.
Is he completely in darkness?
Yeah, he's in pitch black.
It's like a void in front of you.
He is.
Sabrine, it is your turn.
It would be my action to cancel my ritual cast and just kind of realize that it didn't go off, I assume, so.
Wasn't done. I was gonna unarmed hit him with disadvantage.
I mean, you can continue your cast. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think we should be okay, or you can try to hold it.
Well, it's gonna take 300 rounds of combat to finish it, so probably not. So I break my concentration, not concentration, my ritual. I'm still concentrating on suggestion technically. And I'm just going to come here. And seeing as I can't see him, I'm going to, I'm just going to use my bonus action then, because my action was canceling that, and heal myself a little.
Nerd.
Okay. And back to Elo.
Okay. I'm gonna move myself. Wait, how much movement? 30 feet each quarter. 2. This. Who is this? I see. If I see it, I don't.
You can see him because of your devil sight. You can see through magical darkness.
Who is it? At all? Can I? No?
Sam, I think.
But who is he? What is he?
Oh, he is an orc.
Oh, just like those idiots that we faced before. Oh well, Good luck to him. So does that in the lower figure covered by rocks, or
No,
am I able?
you can see him.
If I can see him, I can Eldritch Blast him
Okay.
twice.
Double tap.
You're Eldritch blasting this person down here.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Did that hit?
Yes, it did.
Beautiful.
Nice.
2.
And that did not.
If you're going to be an Eldritch Blast bot, you really should have taken that Invocation Agonizing Blast.
Fair. Yeah, true.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah, I believe so. That's about
Okay.
it.
Theo.
Okay. Why do I have a yellow square around me?
I
Because you're
don't know.
hovering it on the initiative order. If your mouse is over the
I
initiative
don't have a
order.
mouse. I have a thumb. Tablets.
Whoops.
I'm going to at disadvantage try to hit him with your staff again.
That misses.
Uno más.
That also misses.
Do I want to stick my hand in darkness right now?
I mean, it wouldn't do anything to you unless you finish the turn in there.
I'm gonna try to punch him in darkness.
I mean, you did already try.
That misses.
Considering he can't see me, I assume he does not get attacks of opportunity right now, so I'm
He does not.
just gonna head on back there.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Yeah,
Just
because
let him get consumed. Let him get
Alright, so
consumed.
he takes, what, 2d...
2d6 of cold damage, and if he finishes the turn in that area, he takes another 2d6 of acid damage.
Go ahead and roll it for me. Roll the damage.
2d6. 8 damage to him.
Alright. And he is going to take a step out. And he is going to immediately see Adela and attack her.
Ooh.
It ain't nothing.
She says
on,
half
Adela.
health.
I know.
Does
I mean,
a 23 hit?
No.
Lord.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You take 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And he swung at you twice, and he missed the first one, and the second one connected.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right.
Kill
Do that.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Oh, that's not a disadvantage either, but it doesn't hit, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Oh,
It doesn't have to be a
it wouldn't.
disadvantage.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because he can't he's out of the darkness.
Yeah, you... That one hits. And he is dead.
What? That easy?
I did 26 damage to him in one hit, so like he wasn't that hard to get. Like he was pretty hard to get down.
He was beefy. Because those other two took like how much damage again? Like 50 whatever? One of them took like 50 whatever damage.
And I'm gonna use. Oh, are we still in initiative?
You are still in initiative.
We've attacked someone else off
There are
off sight line.
bastards in the below region.
I'm gonna use my movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get here, I guess.
Fucking, of course you would.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I had a plan.
That cloud stays there because
Roll better in initiative then. I don't know what to tell you.
Drama. Fight. Have your characters fight.
Severine, it's your turn.
Well, seeing people head that way, and I'm gonna kind of come down a bit.
Okay.
That cloud covers us from whatever thing that might look at us from that tunnel.
I see him. Can I attack him? Yes?
Yes, you can.
Without, like, any disadvantage and shit?
Well,
Because I can see him, and the Eldritch Blast went through from that square.
well, the only question
So-
would be if you're attacking directly through his square.
I'm attacking him directly.
Yeah, but if you're attacking through somebody else's square, they have
Okay, yeah.
cover, partial cover.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I should have moved further. I didn't use all my
alright.
movement.
Well, no, that's okay. I still have something I can do. Just checking ranges. Yep, cool. He's within 60 feet. So Sacred Flame, which I'll put it in chat. Okay, well, I wanted to put description, but that's all good. So DC 17 deck save, but the description is the target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
Okay.
So if he fails that, he takes the radiant damage.
Is it half on a success?
And he did fail.
So yeah, 9 radiant. No, and there's no because if I put it in normally like this, it comes up. Okay, no, it doesn't. I don't know what it is about this game, but again, as you can see, it's wiped all my gifts and it's wiped all my spell descriptions. So every time I open the game up at a new week, shit's deleted. So I'm just not putting stuff back in now if it goes. Anyway, yeah, so that was my turn. Just the 9 radiant on the Sacred Flame, and that's it.
All right, Elo.
Hello. Nah. Can't. 1 second. I'm gonna take a look at. Can I? No, I cannot. So I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Okay, and I'm gonna. I am. Oh no. Oh yeah. Fuck, I forgot. Nope. I'm not gonna end my turn there. Thank you. I'm not gonna fucking die to my own spells. What are you talking about? That's preposterous. So I'm gonna attack the one I attacked before with an Eldritch Blast with one of those I hit, probably a hit. No? Yes? Please?
Sorry, I didn't see them. I scrolled up. Yes, you hit with both of them. Or sorry, nope, only the second one. My bad.
Well, it's a 6.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
And that's my turn, I believe.
Okay. She is going to look at you, and she is going to cast Eldritch Blast right back at you.
Oh, hell yeah. Warlock magic.
Nobody in this world has ever been excited to get hit with an Eldritch Blast back at them.
Does a 14 hit you?
Yep, it does. Fuck me.
All right, so you see 3 beams of Eldritch energy rushing towards you, and you take 11 points of damage.
Ah, that's all right. Okay. Oh shit! There is a deeper cave to go in.
Theo, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to start moving over here. Do I want to cast, or not cast, do I want to use Step of the... Not particularly. But can I monk shit and say I jump on Adela's shoulder and land in front of her? She's strong enough to take it, right?
I'm a strong woman.
Yeah, she's a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, it's still difficult terrain though.
Can I acrobatics it?
No, it's difficult terrain.
I'll just try to move past her. Right there. And just chill. Right there.
Okay.
Question to DM, is that a bonus action to end concentration? I remember. Or is just like something you can choose to do?
Pretty sure you can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just choose to do it.
Can I drop the concentration on the freaking
Yes.
Hunger Hadar? Then I do that.
Also, I would like to take the dodge action.
Okay. And
Because-
all right, and Adela.
I don't see where this person is.
They are out of your range.
I know. So I mean, like,
It went deeper. Basically.
I mean, like here. Okay, I can see them now. I'm gonna, I guess, take the dash action.
Okay.
To get like right up in their fucking business.
Oh god, I can't see you anymore. She's lost to us forever.
And then, yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, Severine.
Moving there. And I'm going to hold an action to firebolt if I see anyone emerge from this tunnel.
All right. Anyone?
Oh, any enemy. I should have to preface that, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, but anyone who I don't immediately recognize as part of the party.
All right. Elo.
I'm move. Wait, one second. But why is this freaking thing does not love me at all? Why the fuck? When I try to move my thing, it moves the entire map with it.
Is it a grabby hand or is it
I mean,
a pointer?
it's a pointer.
When
That's
you click, does it turn into a hand?
If I click on something else, it does. If I click on the thing, I guess I would move like that. Oh no, it's buggy. Shit. Where the hell? Oh, I guess I can move with my fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's about it. I see this bit. And I know she can Eldritch Blast me.
Respect women. Seriously.
I cast an Eldritch Blast preemptively at that bionic. And that definitely hits. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
It should.
Why the hell am I even trying?
That's a shame.
Why did I choose a warlock? Why the hell?
That's a damn shame.
I hate myself so much right now.
That's a damn shame.
I hate myself. That's my turn. Fuck.
That warlock right there is amazed at how you have the qualifications to be a warlock. It's a damn
Why are
shame.
you bullying me?
All right, and it is now her turn. Oops.
And she gone. No attacks of opportunity provoked, I assume?
No, she wasn't in range of anybody.
She wasn't range of Adela as far as I remember.
No,
Nope.
no. She was still 1 square away.
I mean, even with a reach weapon, I mean, I don't have it equipped, but with a weapon, would it be 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
we're gonna die here. We're gonna all die here.
I'm at 28 health, so
You're fine.
I'm gonna die of shame.
All right, guys, we are actually going to end here for the night. I normally don't like ending in the middle of combat, but we are going to have to eventually because there's no way that we are getting through this tonight.
that's how much shit we're about to go through.
I am fucking dead already.
So,
Yeah, there.
we are going to end here, and when we come back, it will be Theo's turn.
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perchance.
I could push it to Adela's turn right now. I'm just gonna move. Don't really know what else to do. I'm literally just gonna move next to Seth.
Well, y'all. Yeah, you do not level up yet. You are in combat. Whoops.
Well, can I just, because I chose to not level up, and you said you won't let me do it in the middle of a session, so I'd have to do it at the end of next session.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, go for it.
Like, I won't add any, like, extra health or anything, so I'll just, like...
No, yeah, you're good. Just remember what health you have now and make sure, you know...
It's 34. Yeah, it's all good.
So, all right, send me the standard one thing you liked, one thing you didn't like, and let me know what you thought of it, because this is the first time I've tried to do, like, an RP-focused session.
Pretty fun.
Is that average?
That was roll, but it ended up being the same as average anyway, so...
Yeah, that was an extra.
Yeah.
Average would be 4.
No, average for a D8 is 5, because it's slightly higher.
It's always...
It gets rounded up. Yeah.
God, I hate
So it's like, average for, like, D10 as well as a 6, so...
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, D12
They round it up.
7.
Interesting.
Yeah, the most benefit is a wizard because they're like D6, so it becomes a 4 at least. So it's like, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad, and then you get 1d4 cold damage, and you're like, no.
Well, yeah, when for example in my IRL campaign where I'm a level 1 wizard and I have 8 HP and 12 AC, it's like, well.
All right,
gone barbarian.
I had a super long shift, so I'm gonna go crash now. Bye, y'all.
Do that.
See ya.
I successfully was useful in my ability to find info. My adventures to find info, I did. That's all I could ever ask for.
So yeah, I have a question to ask. All those previous sessions were purely combat?
No, not purely, but most.
A lot.
Like what, 90%? 90%?
We went through an entire army of kobolds at one point.
That was your fault. I'm taking no responsibility for that.
You made the dragon try to eat the kobolds. You could have not done that.
I mean, to be fair, had I known that this gonna happen, the entirety of what happened, I would have I don't know, either I would have taken completely different character or outfit my world. Fuck.
Alright, well, I am going to get off. Also, I ended the session because if you can't tell, I'm fucking exhausted.
I mean, you hiccuped a lot.
Dude, it was rough. But no, y'all triggered something that you get to look forward to next week. Should be fun.
Oh no, I'm not excited for that.
It'll be fine.
It's what you say whenever someone's about to die.
You already have.
I need a new character.
You need a new character.
Throw the whole character away.
Yeah, basically.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna go sleep too.
Alright, I'm going to bed, y'all. and I will see y'all next week.
Bye. Catch
I
us.
got the God damn.